for BLED.
Oh,
I still haven't got it yet.
how many runs?
By like 50 to 60 right now.
Oof, you'll get it at 100, King. Don't worry about it.
Solid.
Never lucky. What is your favorite thing about SoD?
It's gotta be a rating with my favorite streamer.
Wow. Reptoid. What is your favorite thing about SoD, sir?
Oh, that I got my dagger on the 69th run.
Ah, Marudon?
Yes.
Nice. Damn, we got a lot of Marudon enjoyers. Congrats on that, man. Congrats on it. It's my turn. I love Sunken Temple and raiding with you guys. It's all about the community. So are we being sarcastic when you guys say I love Marudon and Zilfarog and whatnot? Or you guys actually like it? You guys can all answer. Hello?
Yeah, I think the silence.
I think the
is speaking
silence
volumes.
answers, yeah.
So you guys fucking hate it.
Savix, did you like farming ZF for your?
No, I
this
fucking
sword?
hated it. That was miserable. That was miserable. Is every classic player like messages then? Or are we all here to just like CBT ourselves? I guess so. Rio SB, what is your favorite thing about SoD?
It's gotta be raiding with the boys.
Oh, wow. Great answer, King. What about you, Mr. Beanie Genio?
Just mage healing in general. I feel like it's a
Okay.
good concept.
Worf, what is your favorite thing about SoD?
The bloated economy.
Uh-huh. Can you elaborate on that?
I got 15,000 gold already. It's just gonna be terrible.
What? How much gold?
15,000?
15,000? What is your secret, King?
I bought 3,000 winter squid.
3,000 winner squid, and you're just making bank off the squid. Holy moly, man. Yeah, the squid is insane, chat. 3 gold per pop. Alright, Zive, what is your favorite thing about SoD?
The Savix D, of course.
Oh,
we didn't. Hold on. We didn't kill the spawn of a car.
Oh shit, yeah. We gotta go
We
back
didn't
up.
kill the spawn of a
Okay,
car.
take the rope, take the rope. Let's go up. Great answer, Zod. Great answer. Yasa, what is your favorite thing about SoD? Yasa, I know you're listening, man. Yasa, what is your favorite thing? So in my raid chat, we're gonna have it where the tank's like right here, so that we can just go on the stair right here. Yeah, I should immune it then. You understand? So we'll have our tank facing this way, and DPS will be right here. And when he's about to knock, we just all face this way real fast, and we don't get knocked. So that we could just 100% uptime it. I see. No cloak. Strategy. SC so hard, it's very hard, guys. Come on. For this range, you are gonna stack on Moonflare. Moonflare is all range, okay? And you guys are gonna be on the right side baiting, and then melee you'll be on the left side. Don't try not to get eaten, okay?
Oh shit.
Oh shit, Yasuo's back.
Not even the power companies can stop you from raiding.
Wait,
I
summon him?
love
When
Sunken Temple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone.
don't
Yasuo.
pull yet.
Yeah.
Anything crazy, Rob?
No.
No.
Yo, those shoulders are my biz. What the fuck, dude?
Can't wear mail. Shut the hell up.
Yasuo, you didn't get to say what your favorite SOD is.
You want me to answer the question now?
Yeah.
My favorite part of SOD is after the raid when I get to log out for 6+ days, 6 to 7 days.
Holy! Alright, we're all here, boys. Yeah, the boss is coming, okay? We're doing full 10. Alright, boom.
Thanks for the kill shit.
I'm hoping we just blast him, chat.
Guys, we need to kill stuff on the side. Please don't just berserk the boss.
Kill the sword with the sword.
Okay, hit the boss, he's not moving.
Blast him. Alright, easy, boys. Oh, that's a hot bow. That's a hot bow, too.
So now any token is free roll, right?
Yes.
Damn, Yasuo's on point, keeping track of it like a demon.
I need that loot, man. This character's loot is
Nice.
garbage, man. Frost is out damaging me because he has better gear than me, man. I can't have that.
At 50%, when they're both out, we're gonna stack these bad boys up, okay? Get in position. He's knocking. Second dragon's
Sierra,
here.
grab this one.
Yep. Knockback. Fair. Dude, I feel like I unironically enjoy Rogue more than Red.
Now we stack these easy.
Yep, stack these bad boys up. And if you have cleave, cleave. Don't stand in front of the boss though. Watch
you
your
don't.
position.
Big
Okay.
boys knocking back first.
Stack these bad boys up. Melee careful, the second one's like kind of on us, okay? Get behind both of them.
Okay, healers, keep healing. Keep healing.
Yep, keep healing the poisons. Alright, pull 5, let's send it home, boys.
Could be mages and the two boomies decursing.
Now you high as hell if you
Moving.
think I'm going out of form to decurse him.
Yeah, you don't go out of form to decurse.
Oh, I'm still.
You're a criminal.
How does he dodge from behind? I hate when they dodge. Can't even see.
Okay, Hodge the, sorry, Fap the first Hodge, give that.
Mm-hmm.
There's consecration on the ground.
Yep. Oh, I'm so big. Can I get one more of this? Nice job, boys. Oh.
The one phase strat, should we do it?
Yeah, we can do it for sure. So the first dream we go into, we're not even gonna kill the elementals, okay? We're just gonna burn the boss. And then we're gonna go to the right where he's throwing his meteor usually. We're just gonna go blast him, okay? Just ready check, rebuff up real fast and send him home. Save your
Watch
cooldowns,
these
remember. Watch the tails too. Don't be in his front or back. You will get knocked.
Sorry, come back when you can.
Oh.
He's gonna turn when he taunts, so be ready.
Yep, adjust.
Hey yo!
Alright, big damage.
Here we go, yeah, big damn.
Ignore flames, ignore the
Yep.
flames.
Moment of truth, chat. If our group has enough defense or not, Mocha us.
Get ready, head to the right.
Yep. Go, go, go. Pop everything, every CD. Watch meteors.
Get ready to execute.
Yo!
This is close.
Any wreckers?
Big damn,
We need
boys.
everything, we need everything.
Everything, everything, everything. No way, dude.
No, that damage
Rip.
is not good enough. I should not be top 10 damage. We need
I can't believe this. Alright, here we go. Round 2, boys.
Easy.
Easy, right? Oh, y'all, so I'm not sure.
God, it's so easy, bro. This raid is so easy, bro.
There it is. Nice shot, boys.
The one phase.
Oh, the fist.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Who was that?
Damn, this guy is
That
so
was me.
That's fine. Save your cooldowns for the last phase, okay? We're just gonna burn the boss. Save your like trinkets, and everything. Also, I'm
Oh,
not-
somebody moved early.
Move a little bit more.
ads are out.
Interrupt.
I can do this one. I'm not fully war buffed, or I'm not fully potioning too.
We had to move, by the way. There was a thing that came down on top of us. Yeah, you guys are all set.
This could be bad. That's it.
Oh shit, Frost fucked up the call, holy shit.
Move, ranged. Just
AoE.
readjust. Just adjust. Fine.
Okay, so
Into
Move in,
nightmare.
move in.
nice. Last one, that's fine. Save Beerus.
We use 2 less fireballs.
Burn
Range
the
move.
ads. Everyone burn the ads. Unless you're kicking. Burn the ads. Kick. Nice.
Range gotta move.
Ads are out. Save my energy for kick. So kick the first one. Got it.
This guy's got
Kick
like
on
the
someone.
metal version of the Inferno music from old school RuneScape playing in the background.
Kick on X. Nice. Range
Wa- wa-
restack.
Turn the boss. Turn the boss. Okay. Acid veins are
On
out.
your own. On your own. On your own. Ranger on your own.
Everyone dodge and pop cooldowns. Big cooldowns. Kick, kick, kick.
Kick.
Soak. Everybody in.
That one just went away. That's so unlucky. It went away as everybody tried running into it.
That's actually so unlucky.
You're still
Ha.
fine. Keep running.
How
boss.
does that happen, chat? How does that happen? Everyone's running into it, it goes away. That's
We only
so
have one
troll.
healer
Kick,
left.
kick, 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 kick.
kick. Oh, it's showed it. Unlucky. Yo, Frost, do you want me to call out the circles, buddy?
Yeah, if you want to.
I got you.
God damn, Luke, you're like, your whole back is exposed, little bro. Yo,
You should hit him with a back shot or something.
what?
Huh? Move. Awesome.
What the hell are you saying, goddamn move for, Frost? I'm the goddamn guy that says move, okay? You need to goddamn be quiet, okay? You goddamn throwing this goddamn rape. Go to the purple, go to the purple.
Yeah. What he said.
Reset the original spot, guys. Reset the original spot. All ranged on circle. All ranged on circle.
Oh my god. Yeah, he made them
Like,
step on
taunted,
it.
Sarah.
All right. Range move to the right. Range move to the right.
AoE the whelps.
We're gonna have to go back here ranged if we get another one, so we're going backwards, okay?
On ads. Okay, acid vein soon. Once they
Range
come
stack
up,
is tight. Zives, you need to be tight so it doesn't go on the back. Yep.
once they're up, you're on your own, okay?
All right, move right, move to the right, move to the right. Careful range.
Okay, pop cooldowns.
Keep an eye on your feet range. This is when the little range explosions come in. Move. Oh, El Gooks, oh God.
Kick.
Oh, poor El Gooks.
Probably getting another sleep soon.
Yep,
Into the
soak now.
purple, into the purple, into the purple.
Low span, get in. Nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good job.
Oh, insane stab. Wait, I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that too.
So you
Rebuffs.
take him into the candle.
Yeah, SB, you are gonna face him to the candle, melee or range. If you get it, you're immediately gonna go to the candle. And let's have range. I'm blue right now, okay? I'm blue. You guys are gonna start here and move in closely like this, okay? Baiting. Frost, you wanted to call out or is you also doing it?
Frost got the call.
Okay.
I hate this boss's callouts.
Alright, I think we are ready. Let's do a pull 5. If you get the blood, you are standing on the candle, okay? The first snake, we're also gonna have to kick as rogues and warriors. So be ready. If you get the blue debuff, you're moving out of the group. Ascend it.
Time to pump.
Oh shit. Who was that? That was an epic voice.
Yeah, that kind of got me
Yeah,
hyped.
who
right
is
now.
that? That was an epic voice.
You guys can stay in. You don't gotta run out.
Mm-hmm. He's talking to melee, not range. Alright. Main boss time.
I'd be res in 4 minutes if I'm making it click. Might be worth to get him up.
Sure. Zive and Zive, go.
Zibes, yeah, Zibes, get out.
I'll let you call it out, Yasa.
You go. You need to be in the group. Do not be near the candle. You get insanity.
Keep dope, get up on behind the bows.
Stay in the group. Stay in the group.
Alright, lights, get up on other, nice. Keep moving, W man. SB, oh, Seer Pitch has spread it to the tank. Ooh.
It's fine.
Lentils and Moonflare, get up on out of here. Lentils and Moonflare.
Sam, why do you vibrate when? Oh, it's because I'm pressing my
Seer Pitches
button.
and Zibes, Seer Pitches
And
and
I
Zibes.
think my monitor's shaking right now, right?
Lights,
I'll
I got
try
you,
pressing
I
a
got
little
you.
bit lighter. I'll press it real soft. It feels good to smash a key though.
Luke War and SBSB, Luke War and SBSB. Oh, I didn't even see that, Warps. Good job, buddy.
I'm muted when I'm talking to you guys, right? I'm always afraid I'm hot
Two-tard,
micing.
yep. And Holy Syrup. Oh, he's already over there, nice. We got some gamers in here, holy. Wasabi and lentils.
Yeah, I'm pressing a little bit softer, chat.
Kibdo and Houdini, nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it once, the blood. Just not. Pressing button softly. You need to maximize your ride.
Blake and Moonflare, Blake and Moonflare.
Pump! I can't pump anyway. I didn't pop all my consumes because my world buff's gone. I don't want to waste my money.
Mr. Zives.
Dude, I didn't get it once. Holy shit. Are you kidding? Alright, we'll take it.
Let's burn bombs.
Nice job,
Wow.
boys.
The tank trinket. Oh, Pepper.
Oh, Peppa. Zive, go ahead and link the Discord for the other people to join. And if you need to leave, you can leave now. Thank you for coming, boys. We'll hand out the loots.
a brofist to you all, for Season 5 of Drama Time is upon you. I want to welcome you all to the Gold Shire Inn, where we will, of course, be spending the next 12 months of drama. This is where we're going to be. We've got all kinds of cool shit going on. Oh, yes, we do. I just spotted a problem already. You see that? See that? The microphone's too high, so you can't see the subs. But we got the blacklist over here. There we go. We've got our praise to Adrian. Get out of the way, the enemy. Get out of the way. We've got posters going on. ERP, that's going to be upstairs. You can see that. You can follow the ERP. We've got some... The raiding manifesto is here, and welcome to stay for all time. You can see that all these little things have been put into, as well as many other treats that are prepared for you. You want to see your name on the list? That's what you want to see. You want to get your name on that list. You can indeed spam Mr. Ben Dog there. Ben thanks you. Look at that. Ben thanks you. He's dreaming about you. As Ben, my dog, has a little sleep in the corner. Lots of little treats for you and all these kind of good things there. Thank you to Mr. Chunky Ninja, who has spent the last, 4 months building what you are going to be seeing throughout the next little while here, including redesigning our entire theme. We had a fresh theme for 2020, and there'll be a fresh theme every year. Now, the cool thing about this, let me just sort of, splurge on your face for a little while, is all of this shit here is built, in a 3D world. It all exists. He's built it, which means we can add anything and everything you guys want. So that means that we had our top tier Patreons submit ideas about what they wanted to see. We had wonderful people like Lady Bex put together all the Drama Time stuff that we could find and choose what to put into these scenes, what things we think are relevant. That means that we can add stuff. We can add stuff over the year that you guys think we need that in there. We need this in there. We think that should be in there. Where is this? So we had things like the fish mask and all that kind of stuff. It's like, we need the fish mask. We need the club, for those of you who follow the live streams. All those kinds of things are all ready to be added in. So any suggestions you have, put them forward, because this world exists. In fact, I believe this is actually a pretty close replica to Gold Shire Inn, and the camera can move and all that kind of stuff. So an XP potion... I mean, sure. Sure, if that's what you think is necessary to enhance your enjoyment in some way. Something like that. If that's what you think should be in there, Chunky Ninja is there to just send it to me, and he can, update it from his side. Half the shit I won't even know about. You can just plug it in, and there you go. It exists. It's now a thing. So feel free to contribute your contribution. Feel free to throw your hat in the ring as something that you think will enhance your Drama Time experience. We're working with Streamlabs, who you probably have heard of. They run the notifications and stuff. I've been speaking with their top dudes. And hopefully what we'll be able to do in the future, or near future, is in fact when people sub, send bits, donations, all that kind of stuff, they'll actually be able to affect something in the background. They'll be able to get Ben to get up and walk around. They'll be able to get stuff to happen. I don't know. Maybe a cook will walk by. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a cook who just decides to pop by. Something like that, depending on whatever you do in the stream to make these kinds of things happen. So there are all kinds of things that can happen depending on what's happening. Yes, look forward. What's the blacklist? That means you're basically a dildo. Sorry, Zoe. You made the list. I'm on the list too, though. So there you go. So yeah, feel free. This has all been built. Our design ideas, because Drama Time was the big one we felt needed a big coat of paint. We basically have the same thing. We just changed the color of the background for the last 4 years. So the idea of all of this is pretty simple. Is for you guys to contribute and have fun with it while we're telling stories and all that kind of stuff. Especially to the live audience. We wanted you guys to be as involved as possible. In one way or another, so that's why it's all built. It exists in files, and we can modify it, change it. Anything you don't like, let us know, and we'll do what we can with it. So that's the idea behind it. On other news, we are literally 5 days away now from patch 8.3, the final mega patch of Battle for Azeroth. Battle for Azeroth is coming to an end. We are in the last legs of Battle for Azeroth. 8.3 looking tremendous, still carries the problem of essences. That is still a thing that's yet to be resolved. We have been keeping our peepers on that PTR to see what they're coming up with. But so far, nothing. But 8.3 in itself looks really good. I posted a video this week. In fact, the most solo playing fun I'd had in all of BFA was 8.3's new Horrific Vision content. Very, very fun. Now, That does mean there's going to be another world first race. Now, as I explained to my stream yesterday, before we were on the hunt for a fetus, if you have not played Visage yet, that's what we were doing. We were hunting for a fetus. I was told that there's going to be a big campaign, like a big advertisement campaign for the casters and things. And although the event would be announced, to keep my mouth shut as to whether or not I was going. Now then, if any of you have seen the announcement video of the Race to World First, I'm kind of prominently in that under the title of casters that will be there. Like, it literally has a big me with your casters will be there. So I then went back to the guys at Method and I was like, it's kind of awkward for me to keep this secret because the announcement video prominently shows me like 3 times and it says the casters will be there. Just saying, it kind of, you know, me playing dumb, kind of, people are just going, okay. So, yes, I will be there. I had the okay. Yes, I am going to be there. There'll be some sort of bigger announcement on Monday or Tuesday, I believe, as to who else is going to be there. But I can confirm I'm going to be there. I will be going to Krefeld in Germany at the end of this month until it dies. I've agreed to stay until it dies, so hopefully not too long for my own personal reasons of being back here and making videos and streaming and all of that stuff. So hopefully the guys do well. So we can probably expect to be there for 2 resets, something like that, depending on how hard Nazoth is. But I will be there. So they are opening it up again, because it is at the Take TV studios where it was last time, and many of you came down to Krefeld in Germany, because obviously for Euros, it's kind of not that bad to travel around. So they're going to be doing that again. So at some point, Emma will be coming over. I should be able to be available, depending on my schedule with them, as to be out and spend time with you guys. But I haven't got my schedule yet, so when I do have it, I can be a little bit more upfront about when I'll be there and when the audience gets in there. Because they do let everybody in to come and meet Method, come and meet other people who will be there. I'll be there. Come meet other people that will also be there. I got to watch what I say a little bit. It's not my event to announce. So Method will be there. So that's the thing. And other people will be there. So even if you're not coming down to see me or whatever, then there'll be other people there. So pay attention to Method's announcement as to who will be there, and that should be a good thing. Okay. Are we ready to get started? I'm other people. I hope to see you, Zoe. I really do. We missed you. We missed Dennis. Although I saw Dennis recently, but hopefully Matt can come down and all these things. That would be awesome. Okay. Let's start our first story of 2020 with something that is just unfucking believable. They've given me a title for this, but I'm going to call it the dumbest guild ever. That's what I'm going to call it. Because this story is so unbelievably stupid that it's painful for me to read. It's painful for me to read. Because it's so fucking stupid. Like, it's painfully stupid. Okay, so we need Monkey Man. Remember, all names are chosen from our Patreon, who are the guys who are providing for YouTube content. So that's why they get that. And we need a GM. Let's put Vogler. Alright, Monkey Man and Vogler will be our stars in this deal. Literally ever. Dude, like, I'm not exaggerating. I am not Mr. Clickbait. As you guys well know, I'm not Mr. Clickbait. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Ever. It's so fucking stupid. And I've seen people play on an iMac, right? I've got experience. I've seen some dumb shit in my time. But this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Okay. Here we go. Now, I want to point out, this story has been sent to me 3 times, but the final version of it, I believe this is the final version, is new version. My guildie pointed out that I had not been clear on how stupid some of my mistakes were. I guess I was trying to hide the reality of my shame. So I appreciate that he gave it to somebody else to read, and they were like, dude, it was way dumber than that. It was way, way dumber than that. You need to turn your shit up. Okay. Here we go. Our first story, Season 5, a 2020 Drama Time. Thank you all for being here and enjoying this after so many years. I still get a big kick out of Drama Time. It's the perfect way for me to end my week. Let's go. Dear Preacher and your glorious, wonderful chat. Hello.
Hello.
I offer this quick story as a warning to your chat and all your viewers. Nobody needs warning against this. Absolutely zero people in my chat right now and watching this on YouTube would ever fall for this. You dumb bastards. You dumb bastards. If Blizzard contacts your guild and asks to observe your raid, the correct answer is no. Okay. Blizzard don't need to ask shit of anyone. Ever. It's their game. They don't need to ask fucking anybody for anything. I have been in many raids that Blizzard has been in. GMs have been in there. They don't ask shit. Right? Do you understand? Blizzard don't have to ask a fucking thing of anybody. Not even out of politeness. They ain't going to do that. Trust me, I've PTR tested. There's no politeness. So the correct answer is, that's a scam. Okay? But still, let's carry on, shall we? I'm an officer in a classic World of Warcraft guild. We cleared Molten Core in the 4th week after launch, and we're still going strong. We look forward to crushing Blackwing Lair, which, of course, is coming out soon. Now we've seen the announcement date of Blackwing Lair. Our GM is a troll mage named Vogler. A couple of weeks ago, I got a message on my phone from Vogler. It said, "Big news! Discord! ASAP! Bruh!" It was 7 AM on a workday, but I logged in after my shower anyway and found the officer channel. The officer channel just flooded. Flooded. Absolutely amazing. Buzzing with excitement. Vogler had received an email from Blizzard. Blizz were making a new promotional video for Classic World of Warcraft, and our guild had been specially selected to participate. You absolute fucking morons. Oh my god. Oh my god. Vogler explained that she had followed the instructions in the email the night before and had spoken directly with a game master called Monkey Man. Monkey Man had asked Vogler 3 questions. 1. Can you kill Ragnaros on Friday at 8 PM? Can your guild kill Ragnaros in a single pull with 35 players? Do you want to be on television? You know what's so ballsy about this? This is obviously a Ninja Looter. A good opportunity to push this little button here. As you can see, our Ninja Looter is outside the building. He's looking ready to go square. The cool thing about this is this guy had the fucking cheek. The fucking cheek to actually set his own time and raid spots with the guild he was about to abuse. The stones to make it convenient to himself and his friends. The fucking stones on this guy. Unbelievable. Vogler had, of course, replied, yes, we can do all of those things. She said Monkey Man was so pleased with her enthusiasm that he gave us the gig on the spot. They've been chosen, team. They have been chosen. This was indeed very exciting for us all. Not one of you? Really? Not one of you thought to Google, does Blizzard ever ask to observe your raids? Like, just that simple Google. Because you know what? If Blizzard did that, people would post about it. Yeah, Blizzard email you and ask you about it, right? There would be a forum post somewhere that would back this up. Hey, maybe log on to a website called twitch.tv, speak to people who are, I don't know, in the World First Guilds. Easily. Or in the MDI. Or the top world PvPers. You know, people Blizzard might have wanted to contact about these things and ask them the question. You could do that in about 30 seconds flat. Maybe do that. I don't know. But that's up to you. Anyway, it was indeed very exciting news. Friday was only a few days away. As I logged off to go to work, the other officers were preparing to announce this big news to the guild. I spent the whole day with my chin held high, telling everyone with even a passing interest in gaming that I was going to be on TV. Oh my god, this is so sad. We have to laugh. We can't not laugh, you dumb bastards. We have to laugh. 9 hours later, I returned to a scene of pure devastation. The guild roster was depleted. At least 10 raiders had quit. Vogler was offline. And only the shell-shocked officers were still there and AFK. The Discord chat log told the story. The announcement had gone well. Oh, it had. Don't think they left because of how dumb their officer team was. No, no, no. That's not what happened, ladies and gentlemen. People didn't go, is it you guys for fucking real? And quit the guild on the spot. That's not what happened. Oh, no, no. The problem was, of course, everybody wanted to be on TV. We all want to be part of the big event. Of course, not enough spots for everyone. Our guild roster had around 50 people, which meant at least 15 of them wouldn't be allowed to be on TV. Around lunchtime, Vogler had posted her plans and raid roster. Now, of course, Monkey Man only wanted to record us killing Ragnaros. Why would we bother with these other plebeian bosses? Yes, yes. That's all he wants for the video. She explained... so our normal Thursday raid, which was the organised one, that would clear to Major Domo. And then on Friday, our normal raid would kill Domo at 7 to summon Ragnaros. Then, 35 players will kill Ragnaros at the appointed time of 8 PM. The first problem, of course, was the nature of the rosters. Vogler had included more than 10 players in our clearing raids that would never see Ragnaros that week and would never be part of the Ragnaros big TV ad. She explained that this was to ensure that the players in the Ragnaros group were the creme de la creme. The best of the best. Only those worthy of being on one of Blizzard's advertisements. And these people would get the full set of buffs, including the LBRS buff. And those guys would be as fresh as possible.
LBRS? Oh, I think they're talking
anger,
about like the Priest Mind Control buff.
Being excluded.
For fire
Some of those subbing out still needed loot from Raggy. And they were saying things like, why should I clear the whole raid? Why should I clear the whole raid when then miss Ragnaros loot just so other people can be in a video who don't need any loot? And then a Warlock brought up, I still better get DKP, which is of course the biggest issue we're dealing with at the moment. If I am not a part of the Ragnaros kill team, do I still receive my DKP for this? Big concern, big problems are afoot in the guild. But this isn't the biggest problem. It's not the biggest problem. The big problem was the special set of rules. Special set of rules for the raid that Vogler posted alongside the roster. Because of course this is professional, this is for Blizzard. We need some special things in place to make the video look as good as possible. This is for everybody's benefit. Our guild will be raiding for the whole world to see. Imagine. Imagine. She explained that she intended she was going to run a tight setup, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, we must be at our best. Sunday best. A full board of consumables for every player. Flasks, elixirs, food, pots, the whole business. Number 2. Nobody except officers and tanks are allowed to speak or chat on Discord for the duration of the recorded kill. Now, I assume this is going to be pre-submerge on Ragnaros, so that means you mustn't key up for about 50 seconds, which is definitely very, very strict ruling. I could not abide by that in my entire life. If there was to be movement during the fight, if you needed to move from your spot, okay, players needed to stay in class groups and would all move together as one to make it look better for the video. Important, important. And of course, rule number 4, and this is the most important one that we must all abide by. Absolutely nobody, and I mean nobody, was allowed to stand within 10 yards of Vogler at any time or for any reason. This was to make sure that she would be clearly visible during the recording. When your pixelated NPC is about to shoot to stardom, it's important that it maintains clear focus for the whole world to see, because this, our next stop, the Ellen show, without question, hey, are you that Tauren Druid that was in the Molten Core advert? come over here. Let's have a chat. Any failure to follow these rules would result in a raid kick and a loss of DKP. Every one of Vogler's rules produced arguments. We don't use any consumables in Molten Core. It's a waste of fucking gold. Why does it matter if we talk? They're not recording our comms. What the fuck kind of raid moves around in class groups? Stay away from you so you can be special? Are you fucking serious? All legitimate questions, actually. All legitimate questions. What the fuck does it matter if we speak? By the time I had the full story, Vogler was back. I invited her into a private channel to talk. Let's smooth this over. She was very upset. After a little discussion, she agreed that, while the video was exciting, it wasn't worth destroying the guild, of course. We dispensed with the rules. We made some adjustments to the roster, and I spent the evening contacting the lost raiders and sewing our shredded guild back together. Well, here we are. Friday has arrived. This is it. Our big moment. Our guild was ready. Our team of 35, with a few volunteer assistants, ran through at 7 PM to knock off Domo to summon Ragnaros. Those not invited got full DKP, so rest easy, audience. At 8 PM, we were in position around Ragnaros when Vogler invited Monkey Man to the raid.
And he needs to loot too, right?
Gave him raid leader.
Oh.
How did this work? How the fucking hell, man? We greeted Monkey Man with a chorus of happy welcomes, and he thanked us for agreeing to help. The Discord channel was clogged with onlookers as we described what he looked like. He was a plain orc warrior dressed in a purple robe and hood. Four more similarly dressed people joined the raid and arranged themselves around Ragnaros's cave. Of course, Monkey Man explained that these are the film crew and not to worry about them.
No, this is too good.
It was time for the pull. Thankfully, Monkey Man did our countdown. Over comms, Vogler prayed to the gods. Please, please God, bless us. Let this go well. And ladies and gentlemen, it did go well. Oh, it did. Very well. We slaughtered Ragnaros before the submerge. We hooted and cheered like a new guild on their first kill. What an achievement. Embarrassingly, I, the author, had died. He died of Ragnaros. Had died to a knockback during the fight. With the LBRS buff as well? Bruh. Bruh. My corpse was high on one of the rocks. And from the vantage point I watched, as Monkey Man ran forward towards Ragnaros as he knelt down, I got a strange feeling in my stomach. Why was he bothering to loot if he was just filming? And then it happened. Monkey Man's rogue assistant received a Peridition's blade. His maid assistant received the Netherlands.
Deserved.
Monkey Man himself took some leg plates of wrath and every other piece of loot Rag had to offer. And then they all halfed out and left the raid, but not before Monkey Man said one last thing in our raid chat. LOL! With six O's. Silence overcame the raid. Followed quickly by confused grunts. And soon someone said, Vogler, how did you know they worked for Blizzard? Now we're asking that question. Now that feels like a relevant question, doesn't it? Exactly how... Is this just a guy? It turns out she didn't receive any confirmation. And shockingly, they did not work for Blizzard at all. I can only imagine the deluge of abuse that our guild heaped upon Monkey Man and his crew. You blamed him. You know who shouldn't be blamed for this. Honestly, I'm not a victim blamer. But you guys are totally at fault of this. This is absolute fucking madness. Absolute fucking madness. You got played like a 2-year-old. You are worse than when I pretend throw things for my dog. I'm serious. That's how dumb this is. Like when I fake throw things for my dog and he goes and looks for it. That's what this is. That's how bad this is. They had, of course, put most of us on ignore, including me. We reported the situation to real Blizzard, but we don't know what happened to them, if anything. Bogler. Oh, no. Sad news, though. Bogler has barely been seen online since that raid. We hope she has a Merry Christmas. Oh, that's really sad. Oh, big F's for that one. But the best part is, we are not the first to be hit. Our server has 6 guilds clearing Ragnaros weekly, and we know that at least another one has been taken in by Monkey Man and friends to make a promotional video. I'm mad that we fell for it. I'm mad that our guild went through the ringer over absolutely nothing, and I'm also a bit mad at Vogler. But now a little time has passed. I can't be mad at Vogler. How could I be angry at a dude with such a massive... Oh, I can't be mad at Monkey Man. How could I be angry at a dude with such massive, massive balls? Correct. Correct. And thank you for reading my story. Welcome to 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2020. And good God, please, friends, I beg of you, don't fall for such ridiculous nonsense. Please don't make me read stuff like that. It's too painful. It's just so bad. Oh, mankind is doomed. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Right, we're doing the names as we go through this. This one's just called Guild Drama. But I'm going to give it a more appropriate name. Don't overhelp. I imagine some of you in my chat right now with many years of World of Warcraft experience have overhelped your guild. You've done too much. You probably built up some sense of entitlement, like you deserved some sort of respect, or you deserved to have something, you know, something happen that just never materialized. And, yeah, overhelping's a bit of a thing. Overhelping. I mean, you're getting ready to be stepped on. Let's be careful. Helping is great. Overhelping can, especially if you expect something for it. If you overhelp, but you don't expect anything for it, fair play to you. Fair play to you. All right. Here we go. Before I begin, I just want to give some background information about myself. I've been playing since vanilla in a family guild. Of course, in a family guild. I played with all my brothers, father, uncles, and cousins. We were a strong 20-man core for the tail end of vanilla, all the way up until Cataclysm. We focused on progression, and when Heroic came out, we were readily swapped over. And our focus was always trying to down the hardest content. Nerds. Fucking nerds. Towards the end of Kata, most of my older cousins had graduated college and basically retired from World of Warcraft due to a loss of severe free time. F's for free time. With their children not playing, my uncles started to leave one by one. Until on Heroic Spine of Deathwing, never forget, progression, my family guild had more or less dissolved. I tried my hand at leading the fragmented remnants, recruiting more people, but after only seeing 20 people online for raids, I lost all motivation and decided to take a break until Warlords of Draenor. Let me just say that I am leaving a lot of details out because they pertain to most of those involved personal lives. Anything that seems fuzzy for me to remember clearly or isn't corroborated by at least 2 to 3 of my guildies, I've left out the story. I am not a saint in this story. Not a saint whatsoever. In fact, there were so many red flags, it's kind of funny how stupid I was not to see them. Hey, Arthur. At least you're not stupid enough to think Blizzard's going to come and film your raid and need 5 raid spots. Think about it. Not that bad. I also made a large chunk of mistakes, but I'll leave that up to your glorious viewers to decide who is at fault. It's judgment time, ladies and gentlemen. A long-time IRL friend of mine convinced me to come back to WoW. So I leveled through Warlords of Draenor, figured out garrisons, tough stuff, and hit max level right as Hellfire Citadel was released. I myself had just started college, so I found myself with all the free time. All the free time in the world. So naturally, I spent most of it playing World of Warcraft. My IRL friend had joined a raiding guild who was 5 out of 11 heroic. Gorefiend? I think. And we're struggling to fill members. So we have me come along.
Yeah, that is.
We will call the guild in
first
question.
Order
you
of
guys
that raid was
DSH.
4 bosses.
Gorefiend? I feel like it's Gorefiend, right? It's Gorefiend.
Kind of start off in like
I think. You
Pandaria or
guys can choose
something
the
and
guild
go
name for me.
underground or some
And
shit.
we're
I forget.
the Sphincters, right? Your guild
It's
is called
been
the
a while.
Sphincters. It's not the name he's given me here, but that's fine.
Remember, I played a Brewmaster Monk and I was with the
My
guild
IRL
on the
friend had
first
some
time
real life
killing,
complications,
Mythic
so he more or
Garage,
less
but that
stopped
was kind
playing
of like
WoW.
nerfed.
An age-old story. Only
I think we
logging on
were
a
at
few hours, once
Paragons
or
or some
twice a
shit
month,
like
so
that,
I
or
kept
after
raiding with
Paragon.
these guys in Sphincter. I quickly became friends with most of them. I was playing an arcane mage. Of course you were, mate. HFC
I don't really
arcane
get
mage.
whispers, but I'm
Skills.
also like
This guy.
too
And I
cowardice.
quickly
I
became
don't want to
friends
risk
with
it.
two other people who were both
Advertising
playing
that I'm
Frost.
like
They were
boosting
both
or
officers in the
whatever.
guild. But
So
only...
I kind of just do this on my own
Yeah.
to passively gold farm. Like I get something like 7 to 10 gold worth of shit. Sometimes I'll get a blue item. I could go like shows it selling the auction house. Like I got
put it
like
on
a
the other
ring,
side.
a blue ring or
Absolutely
something that had
embarrassing.
like 10
Explain
agility,
fucking stuff.
2 strength,
Absolute
and like
disgrace.
3 stamina on it.
Absolute disgrace.
That went for like 30 golds, so I popped that on the AH. But yeah,
only
this is what I've been
Zyrothea
doing to
was an
gold farm in
IRL
phase
friend of
4
the
at level
guild
50.
master. After about 2 months of progression, we're 8 out of 11 heroic. Ooh, boss 9.
I'd imagine I'd
Is that
probably
the
maybe
toss the thing, boss?
get more money
But I had
if
more or
I
less been
charge
spending
people some
every
like
day
2
until
gold
3
a
to
full
4
run.
a.m. in comms shooting the shit with the officers. The other Frost Mage officer, I'll call him... Oh, here we go. Dejani. We'll call him Dejani. Never spoke. Tyrant Valhari? Yeah, could be. He would only ever type responses in officer chat. Dejani and I have grown quite close, and are still great friends to this day, years later. Zyrothea and the guild master raid leader. Oh, our raid leader is... Jim Bob. Alright, Jim Bob's our raid leader. I like it. I like it. Sounds like the good raid leader of Sphincter. I like that one. We go quite close.
I've been doing nightmare incursions, but I hate having no other people to do my gold farming. Might give this a try then. Thank you. I see you using Power Surge now.
Jim Bob,
I was doing it for like a couple runs, but like
to the raiding community.
in terms of self-healing, like chain healing doesn't do that much. Like for my health pool, but I mean it was keeping me alive, but I feel like I was killing shit a lot faster in this build.
Is because of everybody else. They just don't have the people. They don't have the people who can meet their demands or raid at their really weird raid times.
But yeah, I wanted to test it
raided 9 p.m. till 11
if I can survive
p.m.
while having like that much. But like I was mainly using my Power Surge procs
Basically
on like
an hour
chain
after
heal
the
to heal
majority of
myself.
guilds on my server, but they were both adamant.
I didn't
that
really
their
get much
IRL
time to use it
schedule
on like
is what
chain
was holding
lightning.
them back
Or
from
when I
great
did, like I noticed I was
success,
going in
despite
because
the
like
fact that they
it
never
still does
really
cost mana. It's just
I was
instant
becoming
cast.
close. Alright, got a good bunch of people, we're doing some progress. I was comfortable with the officers, and I asked, hey, I'm online during the day. Do you want me to try and get some recruitment going? I can make a macro that would get the best of the best out of trade chat. For real. I can type it, show it to you. It's gonna be awesome. Spam it. It's gonna be fucking cool, dude. We're gonna have some big, big nuts up in this room. They readily agreed, and I was given officer rank. And I was put in charge of all recruitment. I crafted carefully my macro. I sent it off to Jim Bob, the GM. I tested the waters of trade chat. I stayed up that day until 6 a.m. talking to Jim Bob about his plans. What do we want from the guild? What's the goal? So when people talk to me, I know what to say. Please keep in mind, though, every decision I make going forward,
I just skip
is
Hirod
not only with
it takes
his
like
consent,
2 minutes, some
I
shit like that,
double-checked,
at least.
but
Fighting
with
him
his
and then clearing
direct
out these other
guild
mobs. Like,
master approval.
I
Right?
think it's
Stop-
not
stop.
worth, so I just skip
Do
it.
what you need to do. Many of
I
the
used to kill
policies
Hirod
I will
at
be
the end, but I mean,
introducing
like,
to the guild
sure, he
in the
gives you
future are actually
definite like blue
directly
item,
from
it's like
him.
where it's
His ideas.
I don't know, like
I simply implement.
up to 1 gold to like 60
I had
silver,
come from a
etc.,
guild
so-
scenario for 5
But,
years, basically
fighting
doing
him is just-
whatever
it
I could
takes
do
so
to bring
damn
the
long.
guild's vision to reality.
like 2 minutes.
Jim Bob and I
At
had an
most sometimes.
incredibly long discussion about what he wanted this guild to be, how he wanted the rules to be, and finally, how he wanted
Yeah,
to be.
Maelstrom's way
a
better. I
mythic
just
progression.
always use it on healing wave, and then I just
So I went to work on
keep on
recruiting, ladies and
spamming
gents.
Flame
I
Shock
went
every 5 seconds.
Every night,
and,
Jim Bob and
Molten
I
Blast
would
is
stay
like a
up till
filler.
5 or 6 a.m. talking
Flame
about
Shock
the
is like
future
the
of the
higher
guild. The fuck are you guys talking
like
about?
priority
How he
for my
wants
AoE
it
farm
out
because
of
like
it.
I'm
And
hitting
what
for
he
like
wants it out. Why are you spending hours talking about the
let's
future of a guild?
check here.
I mean, consistently,
Flame shocks
consistently
are critting
asking
up for
his opinion
841,
or
so it's
approval
like,
on the decision I
that's
made
a shit.
regarding
That's
recruiting. 2 weeks.
That's like
2 weeks after my promotion, we down heroic
4,200
Don
damage
and
about
they're
if like I
officially
crit with every
11
flame shock
out of 11
connection,
heroic. Stamp that bitch. Stamp it.
or at least a chance at that. Anyways, not
And
all
our
of them
very
will crit,
first
but like
kill.
it's a possibility
Cyranthia
in one
gets the
button
stack.
press. So I always like
And
press.
also
Plus, it
decides
just does
at
more
the end of
damage
the raid
than
that he has
Molten
too much
Blasting 4
IRL
targets. Putting
responsibilities to effectively raid
flame
every day,
shocking on cooldown
so
like
he's
actually
only gonna
does
raid
more
on Tuesdays
damage.
now.
For me.
Got my loot.
Like what's
I'm
its
out of this bitch.
baseline?
Bye.
400.
Bye. Bye.
A little over 400. So I'm
Recruitment
always
became
gonna
much
at least
easier.
get
Oh, what we're doing? Starting
2K
mythic
damage
progression.
at
What's that?
least.
Mythic progression. Sorry, I'm
At
busy
minimal
now.
for that
so
button
busy.
press
it's
compared to
unbelievable.
this,
What's
where
that? You want to clear Jaina
I'm not
from Max?
exactly.
Busy.
This
So
scales off
busy.
of attack power, and I
Unbelievably
don't
busy.
believe it
Go.
scales off.
Recruitment
Or
became
it
much
doesn't
easier
scale as
after us
good
being
with
11 out
spell
of 11
power.
heroic, and every time I had
It's
a
like, what's it
potential
hitting
recruitment,
for?
I ran them past Jim Bob before their
Yeah,
trial.
303
ever
at
ended.
most.
We were slowly pushing to the
Yeah.
required 20 people.
I don't know. It doesn't scale
When
as
Jim
good
Bob
with spell
informed
power
me
than it
privately.
does with the attack power.
Need a word. I've got to put more hours into my family business because they're in danger of closing. Jim Bob is still able to make it to raids, and we are easily beating Don Archimonde in a single raid night. A couple of weeks pass, and I log on to World of Warcraft and hop on comms because I see a very unfamiliar name talking to Jim Bob, and I wanted to discuss a recruit's trial with him. Jim Bob introduces Duncan to me. Duncan, who hasn't been mentioned till now, Duncan.
So
is
yeah,
the
after
official
I do my
guild
run,
master,
I
not
reset and I
the
head to
substitute
Brill.
guild master.
And I
Oh,
just
yeah.
vendor what I've got.
That's
Unless
right.
like it's like a blue
big
item,
guy
then I'll
from upstairs.
go see how much
Has
that's
come
worth
down.
on the auction house.
He is Jim Bob's
Get
oldest
at least one blue
IRL
day
friend.
doing this.
He had
And
left the
it could be
guild to
done
pursue mythic
indefinitely,
progression
like
in a hard
the run
8 out of
here and
11
back,
mythic guild.
like that,
Best we
that's
heard
almost a
was
little
that
over 15
best
minutes,
was-
so it's
best-
like you can continue doing this like over and over and over.
Oh. Duncan has
Plus I
heard we
repair
are
at
15
Brill.
of 20 people for Mythic and has come back on his fresh max level rogue to help us start Mythic. What a guy. What a guy, Dunk. I managed to recruit a female Disc Priest healer and her brother a rep paladin. We now officially had a roster of 18 people on Tuesdays. And I convinced Jim Bob and Duncan to pug the other two so we could start Mythic Hellfire Citadel. That's it. Yeah, we're going in. 18 strong, Hellfire Assault, mano a mano, Mythic mode. Bring that shit. The past 2 weeks, we had been hard smashing Hellfire Assault and essentially feeding all the rogue loot to Duncan, so he's decently geared. He decides then, on his own, but being the official GM, he has this right, we aren't yet geared enough to start any form of Mythic progression. What we really need, especially my freshly rolled alt, is another 2 to 3 weeks, depending on drops that I get, to efficiently down some Mythic bosses. We're just not geared enough yet. What we really need to do is just keep farming Heroic. Yeah. Sounds good. Zyranthia, the good old IRL Frost Mage, decides he has his entire bis. So, he no longer has the motivation to do Heroic. He's going to leave. But call him when we're doing Mythic. Alright?
I like that mage. He ain't taking that
So
shit.
we're down to 17 people. Jim Bob calls for an officer meeting on Wednesday after our raid. He informs us that for the foreseeable future, he's not going to be attending any raids. Duncan informs us he's not going to attend raids either until we start Mythic. So, Big Dunk strolls in out of nowhere, gets all his gear on his rogue, then decides we don't have enough gear to raid Mythic, so he's going to wait until you're going to start Mythic. And if everybody else could gear up these trials and recruits, that would be awesome. Give him a call when we're doing Mythic, when it's worth his fucking time, right? Because I tell you what, as a GM, it is not worth my time helping our guild, right? Call me. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this feels like a fucking red alert. That's what this feels like. It feels like a red alert. We are on red alert status right now because this guild is full of bastards. This guild is 100% full of bastards. All right? 100% full of bastards, and we need to deal with this situation right now. Jim Bob says, I'm in charge of the guild. Duncan gives Jim Bob back the guildmaster rank and leaves on his rogue that we have geared to rejoin the 8 out of 11 Mythic Guild so he can learn strategies that he can then use.
Holy shit, this sounds like something I've done back in the day.
Every day I am recruiting. Why are you doing this? Every day I'm recruiting and having daily officer meetings with the other 2 officers who are Zoranthia, I think it's Dejani, and we decided to personally host the guild's weekly Mythic dungeon runs to make sure there's an officer in every Mythic Plus. Oh, Mythic dungeon as it was in WoD. Each of us having 3 decently geared max leveled alts. So we split off and we do 3 to 4 out of 4 Mythic dungeons a week for guildies who need gear. Now, Dejani and Zoranthia and I decide to create a new loot system because many of our raiders are getting fed up with our quasi-loot council, quasi-free roll system. We decide we're going to put some raid rules in, all right? You see the manifesto? This is what we need here, guys. We need this. We need a manifesto. All right, we're going to solve the problem. Our loot system will now be decided on performance/seniority/contribution to the guild loot. We decided we're going to create a Google Doc. Yes, we need a Google Doc. We need a Google Doc of every boss's drop and assign the loot drops to various members based on their needs. We show the Google Doc to Jim Bob, and he approves of the new loot system because he feels like it will keep us from having pointless loot drama. We make the guild announcement and publicly share the Google Doc for everybody. If anybody has any complaints about their assigned loot, they're free to talk to Jim Bob or myself. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through every drop. We're going to figure out who it's best for. And the next one that drops is yours. And it's got your name next to it. You're all square. Don't need to worry about it. So with everybody leaving, we're a strongish 14-man core now. Mythic around the corner, I promise. And the female disc priest. Okay. All right. Here she comes. Here she comes. Can we have double red alert? Here she comes. Let's throw in. Oh, Everkelly. Yeah, we need double red alert. Here she comes. Gonna fix this problem right up. Everkelly starts to spend more and more time in comms. She's officially introduced to Jim Bob, who comes on every day around 2 a.m. to talk to me about guild matters and give his yes or no on suggestions. Jim Bob and Everkelly live only about 20 minutes from one another. Same age, like the same things, and are both single. Well, I think we can cancel red alert. Let's cancel red alert for now. Let's do that, but maybe we should turn it up to sexy time. We are at full level Poon alert. All right, let's keep this baby rolling. Let's keep it going. Oh, yes. What I didn't know at the time is that both of them started seeing each other immediately. Like, no pause. Like, straight in there. All right? Absolutely straight in there. Like, no questions asked. No lies. No bullshit. Straight there. We like it. So, with Jim Bob, Duncan, and Zoranthia out, gone from the raids, the other officers decide, I'm in charge of being raid leader. Great. And all the loot. This is going to be the beginning of the fucking end. I had been given sole power to hand loot out. I'm the only person with power of editing the Google Doc. The only raid members who complained about this were Everkelly and her brother. The rest of the raid approved of my performance seniority contribution to the guild loot. So due to typical Hellfire burnout, we see a couple of people leave every 3 to 4
Hellfire.
weeks.
Okay,
and I'm
this
trying
is the
to
end of
hold on to
WoD.
what we have.
Okay.
And I'm consistently recruiting. But most of our recruits never make it past our trial period. They're just not good enough for Hellfire Citadel. Our trial period is 2 weeks.
I got like 7
we run
out
through
of 11.
2 complete Hellfire
6
Citadels
out of
on
11
Heroic and
Mythic.
basically decide, are you good enough for Mythic? Every recruit I talk to Jim Bob about for 1 to 2 hours show logs, talk about their personality, their
I
commitment.
played a hunter.
But
I
most of them
remember
don't
the
make his
4-set
personal
at
cuts.
that time.
So we
gave
decide
you,
we're going to find
or was it
someone
5-set?
basically
Give
I'm
you
gonna
instant cast aim shots, so I was just like.
It's quickly
just
becoming
pumping
apparent to
Marksman
most
Hunter.
of the senior guild members that something fishy is going on. We keep getting recruits, but they don't stay. Many of them start to complain to me, and I simply inform them that they're not the right
Oh
fit
shit, we're
for our
Charmy Rage.
guild mentality. They want different things than the vision of the guild. We are trying to make a certain environment, you see? You know, a place that suits us all. A place where everybody feels comfortable. Everybody is committed to the same goal. Most of the guildies think I'm talking shit. They asked the Johnny and others what the fuck is going on. They informed me. They informed those people, though. Look, he doesn't decide who stays in the guild. It's nothing to do with him. It's really Jim Bob who's kicking all these people. All questions about why trials aren't staying stops for me. But Jim Bob is starting to get barraged by questions because our guys want Mythic. And for some reason we're not getting there. Can we keep kicking people? Due to the IRL officers never coming to raid anymore, and our slow death of members, the Johnny and myself decide it's time to have a chit-chat about how are we going to keep our current members. How do we keep them motivated to stick around with our constant revolving door of players? We ultimately decide, on Dejani's suggestion, we're gonna have an attendance reward system, everybody. Okay. We're gonna have an attendance, so let's downplay the sexiness here. I assume my wife's home. The higher your attendance, the higher your priority on all loot drops. If you miss 2 to 3 raids in a row, you are not eligible for loot until you complete an entire raid. Now, this is my personal thoughts. If people have stopped coming to the raid, telling them they can't have loot, which they're clearly not asked about anyway, doesn't really help. Because you know how you definitely don't get any loot? By not being in the raid. And these guys are already not in the raid. That's science. That's what that is. That's science. Okay? That's just a straight up science of the situation. If people are already not logging in at all, telling them they can't have loot if they don't attend ain't a big deal. They don't really fucking care. They're not interested at all because they're not coming anyway. We were having massive attendance issues. And we were hoping this system would encourage people to log on. Because if everybody was here, we would have 15 people for the 20-man raid. And then we would have enough to pug some mythic bosses. Amazing. I volunteered myself to bring this idea to Jim Bob in our nightly meetings, hoping he would approve of it so we could start pugging Mythic. And then, imagine, if we do this, it's going to bring back Big Duncan. It's going to bring back Jim Bob. It's going to bring all these dudes back. And I had a long discussion where he agrees on the system. It's important to me that he gives the go-ahead. We decide to wait 1 more week to implement the new rule. Give everybody a time. Since it was already Monday and people have made plans for Tuesday's raids, he wants me to announce it after Tuesday's raid. The guild is now down to 11 people. Things are bad. And 3 to 4 other 11 out of 11 heroic guilds are starting to recruit at our exact same time slot. Many of our older members and old trials have joined these other guilds, and these other guilds are doing mythic progression now. Jim Bob logs on and manages to recruit 6 brand new WoW players. Not like brand new to the server, brand new WoW players. They had all just left Guild Wars 2, where they had been in a raid guild, and they wanted to try raiding in World of Warcraft. Yes. Great success. Jim Bob told me and the other officers explicitly they're not allowed to come to our Tuesday heroic raid. They haven't even done mythic dungeons yet. They will come to the Thursday alt normal mode raid. Iveka Lee invites them to the raid and I whisper her and question why. She informs me it's rude. It's rude not to invite people who are members of the guild to the raid. And I've already kicked 5 to 6 trials from the guild. If we keep doing things my way, we won't even have 10 people left and we'll have to start pugging heroic. Please keep in mind that all the trials that I kicked, this is the author, were because Jim Bob told me they were shit. The man she is currently dating, which I did not know at the time. I informed her they're not allowed at the heroic raid. Jim Bob said we can't bring these new dudes. She's not an officer and she has no place to invite them.
Shit.
This is Jim Bob's guild. I'll follow his instructions. They need to be tested in normal mode first. Then we'll bring them to heroic, right? 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I get a text from Jim Bob telling me to let the newcomers come to the raid. But they're definitely not allowed any loot. They're definitely not allowed any loot over the core members, alright? Definitely not. The raid goes fine. We kill Archimonde and the newbies are super excited to have ahead of the curve. Right after downing Archimonde and passing out loot, I announced the new attendance policy. Everyone's on board and are quite readily accepting of the idea. The newbies ask me privately in the pink, what do we need to do to improve, bro? How do we get better? Can you help us with mythic dungeons? Yeah, can you do it? So me and the other officers and Johnny, we give them tips. We stay up till 3 AM running them through all mythic dungeons. And all in all, I feel like these 6 newbies had drive, willingness, motivation to improve. If all goes well with these new dudes, we'll have 17 people. If Duncan and Jim Bob come back, that's 19 people. Count it. Tonight is the first time in 4 months of me being in this guild that Jim Bob did not log on to comms. I was worried about him, so I kept sending him messages. Is everything okay, dude? No answer. I got a text around 1 PM the next day from Jim Bob saying I needed to come on comms. I hop in. I join a private channel where Jim Bob, Duncan, the whole crew's there. Zaranthia's there. Even Eva Callie's in there. She's not even an officer. Big Dunk keys up, though. Excuse me, dickhead. What is your role in this guild? I said, I'm the recruitment guy and I'm the temporary raid leader while Jim Bob's helping out his family business. Incorrect, Duncan tells me. You've got a new job. Just recruitment. Alright? I do not have any authority to decide who gets loot, who comes to the raid, and who gets to stay in the guild. That's Duncan and Jim Bob's job. And I am massively overstepping my fucking mark. Do you hear me? He then asked me to apologise. He says if I don't apologise for the way I have been behaving, then there's no option but I have to be removed from the guild. So I did apologise. I tell everybody there that I'm sorry for overstepping my bounds, and I'll back off, I guess. Why did you apologise? Why? Why? I then asked, who wants to be in charge then? So I could tell them you want to talk to them. I'm not, as I'm the only guildie with their phone numbers. Duncan informs me everybody's coming back. This is it. Big moves. They're all coming back, and it is unnecessary for things like that, and it's unnecessary for suggesting that other officers be in charge. He tells me he needs to discuss with the other officers and lets me know that I am now on official officer probation. And what does that even mean? Yeah, the question marks are correct. The fuck is officer probation? What the fuck? Fuck off. Fuck off. And if anything I do that is not perfect, I'm out. Not once during this entire discussion did Jim Bob correct Duncan. Neither did you, you pussy. Where were you saying? What the fuck are you talking about? Jim Bob asked me to do this shit. He's the guildmaster. Where was that sentence? Where was that? Where was that? You were waiting for him to rescue you? Fuck that. Fuck that. No way. I texted Jim Bob. Oh, no. He sent the message outside. Asking, can you call me? I want to talk privately. He called me a few minutes later and basically told me that I was not following what he had told me to do. I was doing whatever I wanted to do when he was gone. And he has been getting complaints about me every single day for the past 2 months from random guildies. Of course you have. Can you show me a screenshot of one of them? Just one. I mean, they happen every day. You don't have any right now? Don't worry about it. Get tonight's ones. How about tomorrow's ones? Tell you what, I'll give you a fucking week and you send me the fucking screenshot. How about that? Alright? I'll give you to the end of the year. No problem at all. Sorted. Easy. He's ignored them mostly by having the entire raid team, including the new players, complaining about how much of an asshole I was after Tuesday's raid, and if I wasn't kicked they were going to leave, was the straw that broke the camel's back. Jim Bob knew it was time for him to get involved. He told me none of the raiders liked the new attendance policy, and when they voiced their complaints to me privately, I had told them to fuck off, which has never happened. Not a single person had complained publicly or privately to me. He told me point blank that the only reason I'm still with the guild is because he likes me. And he knows I wouldn't do what I did with him personally there, to keep me in check. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God Jim Bob's back to keep me in check. Whatever. I focus my attention on recruitment. I get 4 new players who were leaving their mythic guild due to being hard stuck on Gorefiend and were looking for a fresh guild to progress with. They inform me their requirements were we must be punctual to raid, and they want all the officers in attendance who will be raiding on the mythic team. They want to see if we're serious about progression, because they don't want to join a guild that doesn't know what they want. I inform the officers we have these 4 mythic geared players ready and willing to join. They want to trial on Tuesday's raid to see if we are serious about mythic raiding. So I asked them all, please make arrangements to come to the raid. Jim Bob and Duncan agreed to be there and inform me they'll get Zoranthia to log on as well. Let's fast forward then to Tuesday, the big raid. 8:50 PM, invite time. The guildie starts spamming 1, asking for, who still does this? Hopefully you guys don't do this anymore. The guildie starts spamming 1, asking for invites to the raid. I do not see a single one of the IRL officer team online. So I start sending the invites out. It's now officially 9 PM when we start pulling. Our new mythic boys are asking, where the fuck is the rest of the group? I politely inform them they must be running late. As you can imagine, we're currently missing Duncan, we're missing Jim Bob, we're missing Zoranthia, we're missing Eva Callie and her brother. It's now 20 past 9. We've beaten Assault and Iron Reaver, we're on our way to Cormrock. The trials asked me politely, where are the officers? And I told them, oh, they messaged me, something came up, they'll be late to the raid. This never happens, it must be an emergency. You're lying for these people now? That's what you're doing. These people who just shit on you, like last week, you're lying for them to cover them. That's what you're doing. Okay. Can you work for me? Because I like it. I like it. We clear our command and the trials politely inform me that because your officers can't show up to the first raid they were in, that they're not going to be raiding with us again. They leave the raid group and I ask if any guildies want to do mythic dungeons. 10 minutes after the raid end. Just 10 minutes. Eva Callie logs on. So I send her the pink. How come you weren't here for the raid? She knew we had trials who were serious about mythic raiding coming today. Did something happen? Question mark. She doesn't respond to me, but her name does pop in the guild chat asking how the raid went. Ignored. She asked guild chat, anybody want to run some mythic dungeons? She needs someone, a priest and a hunter. A couple of minutes later, Jim Bob logs on. So I send in the traditional gamer greeting in such a scenario. 6 question marks. Well, he does reply. Says he wasn't able to make the raid. He's running that family business. I already know this. And also tells me, why am I being such a dick and blowing up his phone when I'm at work? I tell him, because you said you would be here. We lost trials because of this. And I shouldn't have arbitrarily agreed to be there. I should have passed the conversations off to himself or to Duncan. I'm the reason. He then tells me I should know better, and I am the reason why those 4 mythic players left the guild. And that I should have explained to them the IRL commitments that I have. Yeah. No, he's still staying in the guild. He's still there. The next week, still not leaving. The next week rolls around and all of the IRL officers are here. Celebrate. They've all turned up. What a fucking treat this is. We're so blessed. The newbies ask, why am I not leading in comms? And I tell them, Jim Bob is the raid leader. That's what he's doing. Duncan, Zoranthia, and Evakali log on a couple of minutes after raid officially starts. Strolls in. But Evakali is not on her bis-geared disc priest. She's decided to come on her fresh max level hunter. I posed the question to Jim Bob and Duncan. Hey guys, why are we bringing an alt to the main raid? No one responds to me. We down Hellfire Assault and I jokingly say in Discord, congrats to a guildie who run a roll on an item. But Duncan informs the raid that it's a better increase for Evakali's alt and gives it to her. Who are these fucking people? I questioned, why? Why would you give a piece of loot to an alt over a main? And proceeded to be globally muted in comms. Jim Bob then writes in officer chat that is a strike against me. One more and I'm out. We clear the entire raid without me saying another word in comms. What is wrong with you?
I would have fucking left mid-raid.
Oh my god, man. It's so painful. Oh. Dajani and the other officer whisper me after the raid and ask to talk privately. Let me explain something to you in the audience. Alright, we're going to get an explanation, guys. Hold it together. We're going to get an explanation. I was told point blank by Duncan that all officers were in agreement in essentially demoting me from that temporary raid leader spot to just a recruitment guy. That's what he was told by the big guild master, the big man with all the money, all the cards, that everybody wanted me out. He told me he had talked to all the officers, and the only reason that Dajani and co couldn't make it to our discussion on that day, the officer meeting, is because they thought we would have had it in the evening, and therefore didn't turn up. They had plans during the afternoon. It wasn't until that raid that I told both of them what had happened in the private meeting. And my conversation went, well, you guys decided that I shouldn't even really be in the guild anymore. To which they replied, what the fuck are you even talking about? When did that happen? I found out that neither Dajani
left and right
or any other officer were aware of this officer meeting. They both didn't understand why the officers would have said they were all in agreement without even asking for their opinions. So Dajani wanted to immediately bring the drama.
Story. Hold on, it looks like it's almost ending. Hold on, I'll be right back. Take a piss and grab a beer.
to the green. We're going guild chat with this. Let's go big. Let's go huge. Red alert is... We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. I tell him there's no point. Shut the front door. Let him do his thing. Let him do it. Let him do it. Let him go. We're super close to raiding Mythic. We're almost there. All right, red alert. Oh my god. We're so close to raiding Mythic. I love raiding. I like most of the people, and as long as we get to do Mythic raiding progression, it's all good, man. It's all good. Let's just keep going. Dejani informs me that if they keep being such complete pieces of shit, that he's just going to leave and let everybody know that these guys are complete pieces of shit. He says, fuck that noise. I like you, Dejani. You've got moxie. Next week's raid. A tier token drops. Remember those? Fs. A tier token drops that one of our core raiders has been needing for over a month. On the loot system on the Google Doc, his name is down to receive that token. It goes immediately to Evercalli's alt hunter instead. The guild member in question. Why did I not get the token? It's even written down on the Google Doc. Everyone knows I've been waiting for this for fucking months. Duncan says, Google Doc? Google Doc? Fuck you and your Google Doc. We are a loot council. And the council has decided, the council has spoken that Evercalli needs it. Duncan also said, I have absolutely no idea why you guys have got some Google Doc going on. But I and Jim Bob made it so it doesn't count for anything. So forget your Google Doc, shove it up your ass. Without pause, not even a moment's breath, not even a whisper of a sniffle, Dejani calls Duncan a cunt. He calls him out in the officer chat. On the bias, Zoranthia and the Zoranthia the Frost Mage that hasn't been playing for 3 months tells Dejani, the officer who's been in the guild since High Mall, to know his fucking place. Now, I want to be clear on this. Dejani, who has never used voice comms to speak in over a year in the guild. He has only ever typed. For the first time I ever heard Dejani talk and found out that he does in fact own a microphone. All the way up until this point, talking every night, playing together for a year, never heard his voice. Keys the fuck up. Keys the fuck up and says, I do know my fucking place, you piece of shit. He then goes into full rock and roll mode. It's time to call out whiny garbage DPS. Loot whores like you, Zoranthia. Zoranthia, you are near the bottom of the damage in our guild. You're behind the fucking Trials, who are 3 weeks of heroic gear. You're on your Bis Mage, you complete sack of shit. Dejani is kicked from the guild. I decided enough's enough. I've had enough. I informed via officer chat, hey look, if Dejani's out, I'm out as well. And then I get kicked from the guild as well. Banned from comms, kicked from the raid. In the next 5 minutes, the entirety of the raid group, besides, of course, Evercalli, Duncan, Zoranthia, and Jim Bob, and her brother, message me. All the question marks. The 6 beautiful question marks that are renowned throughout the world. I tried to play it nice. Why? Why are you playing it nice? Screenshot what's happening. Show everybody the proof. Proof. There it is. That's what happened. I politely informed them we've had some differences in opinion and I will be either making my own guild or finding a new one. As you can imagine, the entire raid group leaves the guild and asks me where do we sign the guild charter. That's cool. Despite being informed that every single raid member had a personal problem with me. Remember, I had been told that the guild was complaining about me left and right. They all willingly left upon my removal. My phone goes. It's Jim Bob. Big text message. I need to come on comms. They've unbanned me. I decide sure, and I stupidly join while they're all raging at me. All of them. Duncan informs me that everything I did is just undisputed proof that I was a usurper.
Oh, the balls,
I never cared for this
the
game.
audacity.
I only joined to use them to make it my own. At this point, I was actually angry. I would actually got completely angry for the first time, and I told him, go fuck yourself. Everything you've been complaining about hasn't even been my fucking idea, you dumb cunt. I followed everything Jim Bob told me to do. Your IRL friend. The one who's pretending nothing happened. All my ideas that you have massive problems with are all his ideas. If you're going to be a whiny bitch, at least be angry at the one who did it, not the scapegoat. I left comms. I left the comms server and made my own guild, which has been together since Legion. All the way until Classic WoW release, where we have made our guild there. Duncan and Jim Bob apparently fell out IRL over what I said in comms that day. Jim Bob ended up leaving the guild with Evacali and her brother to form his own little guild. Evacali and Jim Bob are still together to this day. Very nice. They made a relationship out of it. To this day. But Jim Bob and his best friend Duncan, who were friends for 20 years, apparently never speak to each other anymore. It wasn't until the end of Legion I found out that Evacali and Jim Bob were dating, because one of their guildies was congratulating them on their engagement. Ultimately, I learned a lot of what not to do in my time with the Sphincters. Despite all the crazy bullshit, I wouldn't change the experience. It helped me realize you can't make decisions for others without their knowledge and assume it work out perfectly. Transparency is the best policy. And also standing up for yourself is quite a nice thing to do. A round of applause for the story. Some lessons learned. Please stand up for yourself in the future. God damn it, man. God damn it, man. That story really hurt me. It hurt me as well. Both of today's stories hurt me internally. What a great start to 2020. That's what we come for on a Friday afternoon. That's what we enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, 8.3 is just a few days away. I will have as much stuff up as I can for you to enjoy and prepare yourselves for 8.3. It's going to be cool. That is painful. All have a beer and relax. The weekend is here. The weekend is here. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again on Monday with Spooky Game Day. Woo! Let's finish off some games before 8.3 takes over our lives. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the only place to be on a Friday afternoon, no matter where you are, as the sun refuses to show its face here in the UK. That doesn't matter one little bit to us, for it is 4 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, and that means it is indeed drama time. We're whipping out the wireless keyboard of justice. Look at that beauty. Oh, it's so slim. Ooh, I'm almost there. Look at that. Oh, it's a beauty. And to have some fun, as we look and gaze upon our dreams, our hopes and visions for all the wonderful, crazy things that happen in our game when people like to be anonymous. Oh, that's all it is. It's that power of anonymity. It's the power that you can't really get me because you're on the other side of a screen. You don't really have any power to stop me on my tirade of madness. And that's what it's going to be all about today. It's going to be all about that today. I did make a mistake in last week's video. I was saying I was leaving this Sunday. I'm leaving next Sunday, so there is a drama time next week. I have had the request to do drama time from Germany, which is where I will be for the world first race for maybe 2 resets. It depends on the boss. I mean, that's going to be hard, but not impossible. So we'll see what we can do there. We'll see what we can do there. Obviously, I've got a laptop, right? I've got a laptop. But maybe I could do drama time with all the guys there who are chilling on my corner, sat with me in the desk area. I'll see what I can do. That's the best I can do. I'll see what I can do. I will take all my stuff on a USB stick, the power of transportating technology, and see if we can come up with something. I will do my best. That's all I can promise you. I will do my best. But why are we here? Why are we here? Look at Discord servers there. Oh. Why are we here today? Well, we often get stories about cesspool guilds. We know they exist. We know they suck up the WoW community. They suck them up like a straw, just dragging them in to be abused.
I was in
to
a
be
cesspool
hurt, to be
guild
misled,
on phase 1,
to
and
cause distrust, and to make
I took
people
all the
believe
25s
that
in
guilds
that guild
maybe
I
are an
could,
outdated
and
concept,
I
as these
raid
people
led for
exist
Black Fath
in
and
these
Beeps.
disorganized,
I remember.
tyrannical, Mad Max style, dystopian environments that are cesspool guilds. While those of us in organized guilds look upon it with great sadness that this is how people are playing our favorite game. But what if one of us who knows what we're involved in, one of us who knows better, should find themselves in such a guild? What would it be like?
I
Would
worked
they
so I was
ask the
AFK for a bit.
questions? What
Back
things
now.
would they
What are
notice
plans for
that
today?
maybe your average guy
Dying
wouldn't
here.
notice? Well, ladies and
That
gentlemen, we
was
have
my
our
own,
answers right
not
here.
even like my own
We
fault.
have
Like I
our
just didn't get
answers
enough
right here.
maelstrom.
We're about to infiltrate.
Normally I can like do
Oh,
that
yeah.
all the way there.
Big infiltration. Big infiltration going
We're
on.
farming gold.
All right,
Like
we
I want to get
need a
somewhere
guild
around like
master
120,
who will
130
be
gold, so I can
Wizo.
just buy all my shit for tomorrow's raid.
From our lovely Patreon. We
Like
need a
all the-
lady. Let's go with
The frost
Serenia.
something, fire water, whatever the
We
null
need
guy
an
is.
officer.
You farm them in like winter spring.
We need a younger brother.
Gives
He's
like
got like a
attack
babyish
power and
name.
shit, so I
Alright,
can like
Simon.
parse high.
Big Simon coming in.
Maybe
And a brother's girlfriend.
like I'm assuming like last raid, I didn't die. Like I might have died
Solid.
once or something, or
Solid
no, I
will
don't think
do
I died
just
the
nice.
entire time.
Solil will do just
But
nice.
we didn't clear the raid fast
Stacey.
enough to where I could
We
have
haven't
a
got Stacey on
full
there.
1
Okay.
hour of Songflower.
I
like,
received a hype train
still had the
emotes. Thank you
fervor
very
and
much for
the
that, guys.
Dark Sage
Thank you
work
very,
from
very
the
much
last
for that.
raid.
Obviously, we don't tend to do shout outs and things during the show, but they don't ever mistake
I
that
think
for a
at this
lack of
point I may as well
appreciation
just
and support
reset
for the show. Thank you
vendor
very much.
instead of running
Yes,
back
yes.
there.
Alright then, we're getting straight into it.
There's one hallway. Or
Hello,
maybe
Mr.
that might be a
Preacher, and
hallway
hello,
with
the
a blue-
pristine
fuck it, let's
chat.
clear it.
That's you guys. Pristine as always.
But yeah, I'm gonna make
First off, all,
some gold.
I'd like to
for
say
raid
I
supplies,
love the new
basically.
drama season background. Thank
Maybe
you.
even
You can
like
thank
send
Mr.
50
Chunky
gold to my
Ninja for
Shaman
that.
Tank
You can see him
ult,
just in the window.
He can have like an
There he is.
a
There
mount
he is,
when he's level
stealing
40.
all the stuff.
I never got
You
him to
can see
level
over
40
there. It
for
looks amazing.
phase 2.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Chunky Ninja, for that work. My in-game story is very recent. It actually begins around late November, early December. So only a month or so ago. A little background. My younger brother finally decided to buy World of Warcraft and try the game out. He's always been a fan of Warcraft lore, even way back from Warcraft 3. He's been watching Nibbler's lore videos, and even following some of the races to World First, even if he wasn't 100% sure what the fuck is going on. For my part, I always tried to talk him into playing the game, but he never really did, stating that it takes so much time, and I can't really blame him. It does take time. But that doesn't mean you can't play the game in a more relaxed and chilled pace. Take your time with it, yes. Nobbler,
I might
Nibbler,
play on,
Nibbles,
what
Nibbles,
calls it?
Nibble, Nibble. All of
Some,
that wasn't
Walking
until
Dead,
recently, though.
but on my Twitch account.
After he had his final exams
It's
in
like
May,
the same name as this
got
one.
accepted to a
Every now
university
and then
in
I
the
just
city
stream
where
on
I
Twitch.
currently live.
So like I
and
call
have
that my
decided
old
to
stream.
move in with me.
This is
Two
like my main
brothers
stream
living
on
together.
YouTube.
What joy! What joy! After all, I was living in the house my mother and father had bought almost 2 decades ago. Privilege. Privilege as fuck. Boo! Boo! Oh, you're living in the spare house. Great. Living in the spare house. Gotcha. Prior to relocating to another city when I was born, and there was room for more than one. Yeah, he's a fancy pants man. I had a steady job, and my brother moving in with me would be no issue. Plus, he was going to get his own job, so we can have some money together. We can go out on the beer and have some good fun. During the first couple of months then, his new life as an adult. He's just left home, he's going to university, he's all grown up, this younger brother of ours. What a lovely guy. Who is Wizo. Wizo, the younger brother, he's left home, he's on his own now. He's got bills to pay, the whole thing. In his new life as an adult in university, he started making friends with some people, and one of them was a girl, of course, named Serenia. Serenia was the same age as him. She also played World of Warcraft. They got along really quite well. Watching my brother come home from university and tell me pretty much all day things about Serenia. How cool and funny she was instantly made me think that my little bro had a little crush. And thus, one day, he came back from his university courses and told me he'd asked her out. said yes. She said yes. He then asked me if it was cool if they both dropped by from time to time to our place. Oh, he's asking if she can come to the house. I, of course, as an older brother and a champion of not cock blocking, wanted to help out my little bro on his first little relationship. And I'll be honest here, my brother is a bit of a turbo nerd. Of course I told him, hey, you live here, dude. You can come by anytime you want. And if you want to have time on your own, I'll be more than happy to bail out and let them have some alone time. What a bro. What a bro. Absolute champion wingman. Whoa, 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 he says. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's no reason for any of that yet, big brother. We've only just started dating. He's not in the pants yet. Alright. But if it ever was to happen, our place was relatively big enough for 2 people, and they'll just go in his room. Okay. So one day then, around early November, just after BlizzCon 2019 actually, Wiseau tells me that he and Serenia would be coming over to the house to watch Netflix. Nice. So I broed up. Do you want me to leave? You want me to peace out for a bit? No, no. It's all good, he said. It's all good. It's all good. Alright. And so later that evening, they both arrived at our place. Welcome to the house, Serenia, I declared. He didn't, he said hello, but I like to imagine it was like that. I made some bants with the girl. Sup, bitch. Like that, right? Again, I'm joking, he didn't say that. And then told I don't know why I did that. And then told both of them they're free to hang out wherever they like. She seemed very polite. Very nice girl. Shy? Yeah? Shy, but alright. I didn't really have enough time to get to know her. The couple proceeded to disappear into little bro's room. And I did the only thing I could. Mythic Plus. I went to push some big keys. My guild, you see, it's on Taran Mill. We've already smashed Mythic EP, smashed Mythic Queen Ashara almost a month ago. Easy, you know what I mean? And except for Farm Day, we're finished with all the major things. So, I'm just going to smash some big keys like a boss. Some hours pass. Later that night, little knock at the door. Serenia and Wiseau. Wiseau tells me that they're going to leave soon and he's going to take Serenia back to her apartment. I said, cool, hope you guys had a good time. And that's when I heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Serenia spoke up. The shy, shy little thing spoke up. Are you playing World of Warcraft? Yeah. Wiseau told me you played a bit of World of Warcraft as well, right? At that time, I was in an Underrot run with my guildies. Plus 20, by the way. The ladies fucking love a plus 20. We're finishing it comfortably, in time, plus 1, easy. And I'm saying this because Serenia obviously noticed. She then stammered, I've never done anything higher than a plus 11. Because she only does runs with her guild groups. And it never really goes well. She asked Wiseau, can I hang out for a few minutes and watch the Underrot key? He says okay. Oh shit. You know what I mean? So they take a seat, watching me. Probably a rogue. While they're watching, I take it chill AF, ultimate Giga Chad, and start chit-chatting with Serenia while still doing the plus 20 in time. Did you watch BlizzCon, I ask her. What's your opinion on the Shadowlands? You know, the usual shit. In the end, I jokingly asked her if she could convince Wiseau to play the game as well. And that is when my little shit for a brother hit me with, you know, I've always wanted to play World of Warcraft, lying little bastard. I instantly thought that. I have been bugging you about playing WoW for years. And the moment a girl wants to play WoW with him, he's thinking about it for years. Okay, sure bro, sure bro. But before I even say anything to him, Serenia says, you should, it'll be great fun, we can all play together. After I finish my key, I pipe up on comms, tell my guildies that I'm just going to take a break, get some food, and we can smash some more keys in an hour or so. They say, cool, break time. And that is when Wiseau and Serenia stood up and got ready to leave. I said goodbye to Serenia, and she said goodbye back while smiling. She seemed a lot more relaxed now compared to some hours ago, when she first came to our house. And she looked like she'd had a fun time with my brother. Half an hour later, my bro comes back. Thanks, bro. Thanks for letting me chill at our place. He explained that Serenia lives with 2 more female roommates. They're not that close, they've got different friends. So at her place, there are always other people. And they wanted to have somewhere, you know, that's quiet. Something for them. Literally the next day, my eyes awaken to a realization. My brother comes home from uni. Door opens, walks straight into his room. Doesn't say hi. Couple of hours pass. He leaves his room and comes to me. I've bought the bundle, he declares. I've bought Battle for Azeroth, the Shadowlands expansion, all the cosmetic rewards on the shop, a boost, and a month worth of game time. It was in this moment that I realized my brother was a pleb. I kept my cool with him. I'm dealing with a noob. We've been in this situation before. Let's see how this plays out. Okay. One thing at a time. I explained. You should just bought BFA. BFA and a month of subscription. Just to test the waters before you invested so much money, you know? Just, you could have asked. I'm right here. I'm in the same house as you. Just could have come and asked, but okay.
Yeah, Nick.
I was pretty happy, though, that he decided to play the game, even if the reason was his girlfriend. We started talking about how cool it will be to play together. We used to play a lot of games together, like Warcraft 3, Dota, COD, Counter-Strike, and whatnot. But over the years, we developed different tastes, different likes to gaming. He had become, and I'm sorry to say, a League of Legends player. While I, of course, had gone down the World of Warcraft route. I told him, we've got to start fresh here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to keep it clean. We've got to educate him. We know he's a noob already. It's alright. We could turn this around. I said when you first log into the game, you'll have to decide on a server to play the game on. I explained to him that I am on Taran Mill and that he can make a character there. He told me that Serenia had already told him that she is playing on Kazakh. And he has already agreed to make his character there.
Kazakh is a Australian.
In my haste, I had forgotten that the reason he wanted to play the game, of course, was her. And even though it saddened me a bit, I said, it's all cool. We can still play together cross-server. It's allowed for the most part. So it's not a big deal. He told me it's great that I understand. And I didn't get mad at him. I laughed and said, hey, there's nothing to be mad about, bro. We got this. I said, go and install the game. And I'm whipping up some pasta for dinner if you're hungry. Big bro, coming in strong.
Oh shit, coming in clutch.
So of course he's installing WoW, so it's later that evening now. He comes to my room again. Game is ready. The big play button is lit up on my screen. He said again that he felt bad for choosing his girlfriend's server. I told him, he's not wrong, that's a dumb fucking reason compared to your brother. But we can still play together, so it's alright. As long as we're both the same faction, that's all that needs to happen.
Can't Alliance and
He
Horde
told me
play together
Serenia
now?
is
I
playing
forget.
Horde, ops, and that they
Like in
both talked
retail.
and wanted to ask me, Big brother, would you consider creating a character on our server so we can all play together in perfect harmony? I was pretty happy they wanted to include me, I'm not going to lie. And since I had an unused boost, I said, okay, I'll boost one character on that server. My brother interrupted me though. Pause! Pop the brakes! We want to level up from 0. Fuck me.
God damn it.
He wanted to level up from 0 so he could see the entire game. Since he knew a lot of the lore because of Nobble. So this is kind of Nobble's fault. And he wants to experience this world from scratch.
You're not gonna be able to unless you slow
I
down
was
the
okay with
experience.
this. Alright, even better. There's no rush. I'm trying to advise my brother. I'm trying to get him into a good headspace. There's no rush to 120 because you're shit at this game. You're shit. mind-bogglingly shit.
Oh, this was like
No
back
need
in the
to-
day where 120 was
First character.
the cap.
Take the time, learn the game,
is
the
Legion,
pace
I
you're
think.
comfortable with. So he says, okay, I'm going to
Pretty
throw
sure
you an invite
Legion was
to our
120.
personal Discord.
Or
and
was
we can
that
all chill there.
Shadowlands? I
He
forget.
disappears back to his
I
room.
played a little bit of Shadowlands.
And I heard through the
like
wall
a
him
month
say
or
to
so
Serenia,
ago.
he's cool
Did the first
with
raid.
leveling and
that
all
was it.
on our server so we can play together. A couple of minutes later, the Discord links
I
arrive.
remember that was like
I
during
join and we
COVID.
start chit-chatting. I asked if they're both okay. Just to be clear, guys, your boyfriend, girlfriend, are you cool with me being here? I don't want to be the third wheel. Don't feel like you need to ask me to be here. I'm totally okay with it. I don't need to be here, right? Dude, just making sure. They're cool with it, they said. They're cool. They don't know anyone else but me in real life that play WoW. It would be nice if we all played together. All right. All right. So we make the fresh characters. I asked what classes and roles each of them wanted to fill. My brother told me he likes casters. He's going to play a mage. He asked me if I can help him out if he needs anything, since my main character is also a mage. Serenia, playing priest. Can I get a hell yeah in the chat? Serenia's going to play priest and healers while leveling.
Fucking
And then
typical
she'll be
girl
Shadow at
playing
120.
a healer priest.
I said, great. I'll make a warrior then, so I can tank for us. While leveling, and later on, if we ever want to do a Mythic Plus, I'm down to go on the big warrior. We create our characters. Serenia trades us some gold and some bags, and she told us we can join the guild that she is in. And maybe even at level 120, we could join the raids. I tell her, look, we're currently farming Mythic Palace, so we could raid with those characters, but when 8.3 comes around, I am fucking gone. I just want this to be so clear right now that I'm here right now. We're playing together. That's all apples and oranges, right? That's fruity. That's nice. It's good. But when 8.3 comes around, I am fucking smoke. I am so out of here. It's unbelievable. She says, okay. Then she says something strange. She asked us to wait while she goes to inform the guild master of her guild to invite us. And we start leveling up. For the most part, I wouldn't really say much and mainly focused on the game while letting my brother and his girlfriend have their personal space to chit-chat while having fun. That was until Serenia says, pause, everybody stop. Just for a second. I need to leave Discord. I need to go to my guild's Discord because the officer team has now assembled. They wish to speak with me about us. Now, I have been in many guilds over the years, and I've got to tell you, this seems fucking weird to me. This seems like a big red flag. Why in the hell would anybody want to speak with her about people who are not level 10 joining the guild? Why would it matter? But, okay. We'll wait. She thanked us and she left the Discord. I instantly explained to my brother, this is a red flag. I like this. This is a red flag. Don't like this. I have seen drama time. I know where this is going. This is a red flag, bro. This is bad. Why? Why do you think it's a red flag, he says. I said, look, Serenia said yesterday that this guild can't do, like, an 11 key? And now the officer team want to talk to her privately about us joining the guild, yet we're not level 10?
Yeah, that's
it sounds to me
casual
like this is a cesspool
elitism.
guild. He didn't know what a cesspool guild was. He says it can't be that bad, and that it wouldn't
I don't
matter
even know how to
since we're
say
only here
that.
to
Is
play
that
together.
like kun?
Saw the
I
signs.
can't read Russian. I'm sorry. I
I
don't.
saw the signs.
I almost called you cunt.
I told him, bro,
Well, I just did.
I know you're new to World of Warcraft,
I cannot.
but some guilds are super fucking weird.
Hello.
Followed by the sound of someone joining our channel.
Spasiba.
Serenia came back and asked us if it would be okay
Spasiba
if
for
we
joining
joined
the
her
stream,
Discord server because the officers want to have a chat with us personally. Why? I asked. She then proceeded to tell me that the officers want to make sure we are a nice fit for the guild. She says she knows it sounds weird, but it's how they are. She even apologized for it and warned us that this guild is basically being run by an officer team that know each other IRL. Sometimes they do things in a weird way. I am seeing all the red flags in the universe, but I'm safe. I have my guild. This is just an alt I'm playing. And in my mind, I'm thinking, let's go. I instantly ask, wait, how weird is weird? How weird is weird? And if she knows the guild is, the guild is weird, why have you stayed in the guild? It sounds like an MMO thread already, right? Oh, your guild was abusing you for all that loot. Why didn't you leave? Okay. Okay. She explains to me, of course, like so many times before, the guild itself, the members, they're pretty cool. It's just the officer team. Sometimes they have weird demands. They make some decisions that some people consider to be dick moves. Basically, it's the guild master's wife, Solil, that had the final say in everything, even though she's technically not the guild master herself. Before heading down what I knew to be a dark path, I asked my brother, are you cool with this? He said we can at least have a chat with them and decide later. And I am fully on board for this ride, so I went along. Serenity said, great, I will send you the guild's Discord, and then she left. Only 30 seconds later, ladies and gentlemen, the invite arrives. We joined the server. They told us via the Discord chat that we are to go to the channel labeled Newcomers. And that they would drag us into the conference room, which is the officer channel, obviously, when the time was right. Now, I don't know how your guild's Discords are labeled. Mine is chat, memes, tribute to stupid pictures, 8.3 raid info. That's pretty much it. And then a variety of voice channels like dickheads with loud keyboards, right? Shit like that. Food, yeah, can't join. Not professionally labeled Discord channels. You know, the conference room, the newcomers area. This is where you must behave. You must, yeah, like it's a dentist waiting room. So in the newcomers room, we chilled. They dragged us to the conference room and greeted us with a friendly hello. There was Serenia, my brother Wizo, myself, the guild master Greg, and Solil. 4 more officers that I later found out had been given the titles of raid leader, recruitment officer, bank officer, and the ever-esteemed Discord manager. I sat there looking and thought to myself, what in the fuck? How many officers do these guys need to run a guild? But I wanted to try. I'm going to try, and I'm going to avoid being prejudiced, even though it was glaringly obvious what was happening in front of me. But I've got to admit, I was kind of excited. My brother and I also greeted them. Hello! Introduced ourselves. And I asked them, what is it you want to talk to me about? Greg, the guild master, introduced the officer team. Hello, 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 hello. Explaining what their role was, what each of them was doing. And finally told us that this was our interview to join the guild. I instantly explained to them, without being disrespectful, we're just here to hang out. Is there really a reason for an interview? We're not even level 10 yet. Just gonna throw that out there. Just gonna slide that one in there. Not even level 10. Really just here to hang out. Do we need an interview? Do we need an interview? Greg began to answer me, but was interrupted almost immediately by Solil, his wife, where she then explained the function of the guild. Excellent. She told me that this interview is typical for all newcomers. It's to see if we're going to be a good fit for their guild. And she wants us to know that the guild was created as a safe place. This is a safe place for people to enjoy the game with no judgment from the rest of the guild, and thusly create a friendly environment. And I've never heard this before in my fucking life, but I love this so much. A friendly environment for people all across the skill spectrum. Hey guys, my wonderful live audience here. Where are you on the spectrum? Where are you on the skill spectrum? I would like you to know. That's good, right? Yeah, I agree, Tim. That is good. Where are you? Where are you? That we are a social guild where people should prioritize making friendships and potentially raid as a group, do dungeons or even PvP. And that they have worked, were working, and will continue to work towards achieving equality amongst all players within the guild. Serenity now, ladies and gentlemen. We have found utopia. We have found utopia. This is it. Now, Mike, I don't know about you, but to my mind, I translated all of that to mean we would like a big old bucket of people so we can fill raids and dungeons. But, yet again, I was still willing to follow my brother's wish, hear them out. I didn't want to cause any drama, and honestly, this sounded really fun. So,
Yeah,
let's go.
I agree,
I decided
Nick.
to say
Fuck.
this.
Okay, that's it.
That
I
sounds
am
great.
resetting this. I'm not going
That
back to that
sounds
damn
awesome.
blast hall.
Wanting to make a friendly guild where everyone could be a part of.
No, I'm
I
gonna reset.
explained
Go
that it
vendor.
works for us well, since
God
both
damn
me
it.
and my brother are
Two
new to this
deaths this
server,
run.
and my brother was a total newcomer to the game altogether. They then asked us their interview questions: how old we were, where we were from, what was our prior experience to the game, and things like that. After hearing that I had Mythic on farm, the last thing they asked us was, are we interested in maybe raiding and doing Mythic Plus? Remember, I'm about level 8. It was then when I dropped the bomb. No. When 8.3 comes out, my priorities will be elsewhere. I'll have to deal with a main and an alt. We have a 5-day raid schedule for the first couple of resets. We've got 4 days after that until progression is done. But after that, maybe, you know, maybe. But I want to be clear, this character is just to chill with my brother and his girlfriend. That's like it, totally. Greg says that's completely fine. If we get to max level and we have a little bit of gear, we'll be free to join the raids. But this was then followed by a bitchy comment from Solil saying, although I would like to point out, newcomers, we value loyalty, and the spots will first be given to those who remain with us for the long run. I've got to be honest, the interview was hilarious, but I was close. I was so damn close to say, fuck this. I knew where this road goes. I know, I've heard it a million times before. But I'm sticking it out.
I think the one guild here on this server that is just like how this is described was literally Prometheus.
Lastly, before we left the Discord channel,
for,
the raid leader
their
told us they have,
BFDs.
to
I was
give
like the
you an
first guy to
update,
just
they have
form
finished
raid groups.
with normal progression.
But
and
yeah,
they are
I was out of
currently
that
3
guild
out of 8
afterwards.
heroic and progressing on Lady Ashvane. Heroic. He also informed us that they are logging their fights and always try to improve, and that we will also be judged accordingly should we go to a raid. Now, this is his words. Preach. I had so many questions after this comment. So many questions. Firstly, it's December. How are you still progressing mid-heroic? How are you still on Ashvane? I have never heard the term, and this is his quotations. What exactly is normal progression? And what are they logging for? Who from the officer team is capable of understanding the logs if this is where they are and judging people accordingly? Why do we need so many officers in a social guild? What are those officers doing? What is a Discord manager? I know I might sound like a dickhead elitist to some, but truthfully, if there was no attitude followed by all their shenanigans, I wouldn't care. But they came across like they were the denizens of the entire game. I didn't ask any of these questions, though. I didn't ask any of these questions. I just said, cool. Cool, dude. Laters. and we moved off the Discord back to our own server, followed shortly after by my brother in Serenia. She apologized again for Solil and for how some of the questions might have been unrelated to the guild, but I told her it's not her fault or her responsibility. Let's just play the game. So we take our time leveling up, guys. A couple of weeks later, we had reached 120. I learned firsthand why Serenia had told us that the decision-making
salt
progress
in the
of this
mail
guild
from
was
this
a little
person.
strange. Even though to my mind, it wasn't just strange. It was just
I will
toxic as
thoroughly
fuck
enjoy my
and dumb.
caster
I
DPS
truly
ring that
couldn't
I want,
understand
fair and
why
square.
people were playing in this guild. There are so many things wrong.
There was no conspiracy
Firstly,
against you, nor
people
was the guild
had
trying
many,
to pass
many,
loot to
many
each other.
different
Hunter made a
ranks
mistake
depending
and
on
gave
their
the ring
level.
to me because
If
I
you were
was the
below
second
level
highest role.
120, you were given the prestigious rank
no.
of the plebs, where you
The
had
hunter
no permission
was
to talk
rolling
in the
for
guild chat,
insurance,
even
so
though the
it was
guild
the
message
whole
of the
fucking
day
guild run, and I was just
specifically
carrying these
stated
fucking people.
that they were aiming
They're all
for equality
trash.
within the guild.
But yeah, some dude like even defended in the damn like. I have a VOD of this. I put it privated for the time being. But yeah, the dude was like, "Well, Spo Power
They told
Hunter
us
is a
that they
thing."
were-
It's like you
everyone
guys
was to
are
be
all in
social
it.
and
There
friendly
is
to each other,
definitely a
yet
guild
we weren't allowed to
conspiracy.
speak.
It's not even conspiracy. It's like
So I
a
asked
thing
you
that
this, audience.
it's been around
You to your
since
chat, man.
retail.
How
It's
can you
like
be social
if you're a pug
when
and
you're
you
not
join like
allowed
a
to
guild
speak?
raid, like
And you're
other
considered
people will
and
roll
labelled
just
as
so they
being
can
a
give it to
pleb.
the one
But
person
that
in their
is
guild.
only the
And they
beginning.
basically said
Only
that
the beginning.
out loud. They're like, "Oh,
After
we're just
reaching
gonna
max
give it to,
level, you
the
were then
guild
put
leader,"
onto a
whatever.
period
It's
of a
like,
1-week trial.
you know,
where you would then
this
be
person
promoted
got
to
the
a
second
new
highest
rank,
role, so
testing.
I would have been happy and everything. But
The officer
I was
team would
pissed that
take
they
us out
had
for a
this other
test
hunter
drive.
fucking
In
like
their words,
lowest
see
DPS
what
hunter
we're
won the
made of.
role type of deal. If that
According
didn't
to
happen, then
Solid,
I would have
that
been
period
cool.
of trial is
But yeah,
mandatory if you wanted
your
to
racism and
participate
harassment
in
away
any
from
sort
my
of guild
guild.
activity
Keep
that
it away
didn't
from my guild and
involve
stop
reclearing
throwing a
old
hissy fit
content
if you're a
transmog
freaking
sets,
man
glory
child.
achievement runs,
Enjoy
or
this
other fun
consolation prize
activities
to show
like
your
the guild's
special
weekly garrison
you are.
fishing
Go
contest.
cry more to
Fucking
your
kill me.
stream. No more cares. So it's like this, or actually no, this person right here is the Shadow Priest, so woman guild leader. Big yikes.
The garrison fishing
I was looking at
contest
their logs
involved
and it's
people
pretty
going
garbage.
to
It's like a nobody
Solil's
guild called
garrison,
Super Friends, I
fishing
believe.
up the frost
But yeah,
Minnow,
this
throwing
person
it back
ended up
into
getting
some
the
of the
ring
Murloc,
because
where
the hunter
only
rolled
Solil
on it
was
and then
allowed
gave it
to
to her.
loot,
I mean,
and in
she would have
return,
won
what do
it,
you get
right?
for that?
Like,
I don't know.
I'm
What do you
like
get?
I said, I wouldn't have
Achievement
bitched
hunters,
about
what do you
this
get for
if
looting a Murloc
they didn't
with
have the
frosty
hunter
minnow?
roll against me. It's like,
Uh,
okay, I see what you guys are doing right now,
A
and I
mount?
called
Oh,
their
it's for a
asses
mount?
out.
Okay,
trying to play
okay,
stupid
okay,
with me.
She wants a mount, okay.
But yeah, I called them the
In
N-words. I was
return, though,
like, go
for your
fuck yourselves,
participation,
N-words, and it's like,
The
I was out
person
of
who
there.
threw the most fishes back in the pond,
I
would
had
get a
that part
companion of
muted
their
on my
choosing
stream.
from the guild
Only
bank,
they could hear me call them the
which
N-word.
were mainly
But
Island
yeah,
Expedition and old
I just
raid
gave like a
companions
nod
that
to the
were
camera at the end of the
obviously
stream. I'm
really
like,
cheap.
wow, these
For
motherfuckers
example,
actually
you could
try
get
and
a
do me
Coldfist
dirty.
Gronling, the mount
Tisk,
from
tisk,
WOD
tisk.
Garrison missions, costing approximately 500 gold in the auction house. The Narn Night Howl mount.
Like,
I don't know any of these mounts.
I was
by
looking
way, so I'm
at
learning
the
these.
charts and
Black
everything. I
Wolf
was like,
Crossfire
literally, their
Rage that
one
costs
tank.
about
Like,
500
for
gold
some
in
reason,
the
their
Last but
guild
not least,
doesn't
the
have a tank,
ultimate
but I was like
reward-
the tank pug.
The
I was like
ultimate
top
reward,
damage
a
and
barrel
everything.
of oil,
And you know what?
which
She
gives
could have.
something like
She
250
did
oil.
roll me.
Or a
This
huge
guild master
ogre
lady
crate,
that just sent me that
rewarding
mail.
1,000 garrison
Yeah.
resources.
She would have won it, no problems
And the
asked.
weird
But
thing
like
was,
then this hunter came in
people
and rolled to
participated
like
in this
make sure
scam
I
of
didn't
fishing
win. I was like,
contest.
okay,
They
yeah,
signed up
I
on
know
the
what's
calendar
going on
for it. I
here.
watched
Like
them do it.
I called them out and definitely called them
When is this?
N-word. Like,
When can I join?
but yeah,
for
they
that
were all
trial
trash. I
period,
looked at
these
their
are all
logs and I'm like,
misquotations.
yeah.
As for that trial period mentioned above, it was the
These
last
people
one.
Deserve it. It was a small upgrade to me, but
And the officer
I'm
team
just
would
pissed at
take
the
each
like how they
person
went about it.
individually. Oh,
Like I
shit.
would have like
Ooh, what
I
do you
had
guys
nothing
think the
against these
test
people
is?
until
It's a week
their
long. What's the
lowest
test?
DPS
To
hunter
test
like
your mettle,
rolled
as it
against
were.
me and
To
like
see
he
if
won the
you,
roll. But I
got
mean
what it
like
takes.
she was
To see if
second
you can
highest roll,
run
so
with the
she's
balls.
right there.
What are
She
they
would have
gonna
won
take
it
you to?
either way,
It's
but
gonna be
like
big, right?
seeing
Math
that
test.
dude rolled, I'm like, yeah,
Not
okay, I
leaving
see
the
what you
guild.
guys are doing. That's
Oh,
kind of
Amzius is
scummy.
close,
Kind
actually.
of why
Amzius
I
is close.
really
In
don't
fact, he's
like
bang on it.
joining a guild majority
The
where I'm
officer
the one
team would
pug and I
take
just
each
get fucked
person
over like that.
individually
Like, I
and run
called
them
the
through
mode
some
on
low
that shit.
mythic plus keys, something
They're
between
trying to act
5
like
and
they
9,
don't. I
and
don't know
require
what's
them to
going on,
play
and
a
I'm that
selected
stupid.
role
Like,
that they
I know
wanted to play in
exactly
the
what's
raid
going
team.
on there.
If you wanted
You're gonna
to be
roll
a
for your
DPS, you had to
guild
play
it,
DPS in the mythic
so they have the
plus.
higher
If you wanted to
chance
heal,
of
you
getting
have
it.
to heal
If
the
you
mythic
get it,
plus.
you just trade it to the guy
When my
that was supposed to
brothers
get it.
and
Type
my
of deal.
turn came
Which was
up,
the
we were informed
shitty
that
Shadow
the
Priest
previous,
DPS
that
girl
we
or
were
whatever.
informed the
Like,
previous
they all
day
had trash
that
DPS.
the following
I
day,
wish I still
provided
had
the
it
officers
on
had
my
the
shit,
time,
but like
they
I
wanted to test us
screenshotted
on
it.
some
I was
mythic
like
plus keys.
basically 25%
I
of the
said,
DPS,
okay.
and there was
Even though
other
in
level
my head I was
50s in the
thinking
raid.
these
Like I
people
wasn't
are
just
fucking
carrying
nuts.
these people through number.
And asked them if they wanted me to tank or DPS with my warrior. Giga Chad. What do you want me to do? Tell you what.
Alright,
I'll throw you a fucking
taking a
bone.
piss,
I'll
grabbing
throw
a
you a
beer,
fucking bone.
I'll
I'll
be right
heal
back.
on my warrior.
Or actually,
I shit
no,
you
I'm
not.
good on beer. I'm just
I
taking a
shit
piss.
you not. Easy.
We'll
class.
get back to
Plus
this.
5. Plus 5. I'll heal on my warrior. No problem. No problem. It goes without saying that I was a little disappointed that when my ultimate test was given to me, it was a plus 5 freehold. Oh no. And obviously I wasn't going to get, they weren't going to get any valuable info on my ability, except maybe the fact that I own a keyboard and a mouse. Nevertheless, there goes my trial run. Freehold plus 5. They did the same for my brother. Now, truth be told, earlier that week, all three of us, my brother, Serenia, and myself, had already started gathering the tools required for 8.2. Things like gear, rep, essences, Mechagon runs, AP farming. We'd already done some mythic dungeons, and we'd even done a normal Eternal Palace, and already cleared heroic Eternal Palace up to Orgazoa. So we were out gearing the plus 5 keys, and more importantly, already out-progressed the guild. That's fucking funny. So, needless to say, the plus 5 were good. And given that for myself, I had been raiding on a hardcore level since Mists of Pandaria, and my brother being a very good player, despite his skills being towards League of Legends, he was
definitely
pretty
trying too hard
He
to
was
play
and I helped
play
him
off
out
going
whenever I
out
had
of her
time.
way to type
We did
out
not
a
struggle
fucking letter to
with
send me.
Freehold plus
Yeah.
5. So our trial period is over.
Because that was the one
We made
person
it,
that could
guys.
have used
Great
it.
success.
They
We
had
are
a
now
Boomy and
promoted
Priest, and
to a
I
brand
was
new
like,
rank. That's
I'm
right. That's
like
right.
in a
We've
full
gone from
spell
pleb
power setup,
to
so
trial
like I
pleb,
need this just as
and
much.
now
But I
we
mean,
are proven
it's a
pleb.
small
That's
upgrade,
right.
so I'm not.
3 pleb
I
ranks.
wasn't like bothered. I wasn't
Three.
gonna like be
Three
mad
pleb
again
ranks.
today. But like when I woke
We
up
were
to
now
this letter,
granted
I was like,
permission
okay.
to talk in guild
you
chat. Oh my
bitch.
god, you
Like,
need to go 3
now
ranks
now
before you can talk
I'm a
in
bit
guild chat.
ticked
Wow.
off. Like you're gonna come at me for saying the N word, but
We
it's
had
like
now
you
been
guys just
granted
like
permission
straight up were
to
gonna
talk in
ninja
guild
it
chat, but we were now
from
also
the one
subject
guy
to the guild
that probably
fees, which
deserved
I
it. You
honestly
know, like
thought was the most
it's the only reason I
hilarious
need to
thing
be a
ever.
gnomer
The
was for
guild
that
needed
ring and the
5,000
trinket. So it's
gold
like
monthly for
you
the
have this
guild
hunter
needs for the raid team.
like rolling, and then one of the
Materials for
simps
feasts,
of this
cauldrons,
guild master lady was
5,000
like,
gold a person.
well, actually,
Bad.
Mark's
Even though we were
hunter spell
testing
power
on a
build is
mythic
a thing.
plus
I'm like,
dungeon, had
no,
successfully
it fucking
passed.
isn't. I
It
look
was
on
only the
Zocify, I
division.
look at all the guys,
After the
like,
first trial
none of their
period came
like
the
pre-bis
second
is
trial
spell
period,
power or their
where we
bis.
were
It's
now
like
taken
it's all
to
the
a
gear that
normal
everyone else
Eternal
uses,
Palace.
strength like or agility gear,
And
right?
if our
For marksman
performance
hunters.
was found
So it's like,
satisfactory,
no,
as we were told,
no, you're trying to play
we may be
stupid
allowed
with
to
me.
enter heroic Eternal Palace with the big heroic progression team. They described it, and I shit you not, as the big leagues.
I thought I didn't have stream evidence of it, all that. I remembered doing it and everything. What I've said, like I know I was on the. I was not the
Well,
bad
they
guy
know
there.
that
Like
he's
this was
doing,
like
like,
a
Mythic
group of
Ashara
thieves and bandits right
couple
here
of
that I was
hours a
meddling
night,
with.
right?
And they're
They
trying to play it off
This
safe,
guy
but it's like
smashed that. They're
they
going
know
on
that
about,
I have
oh
it
my
on
God.
stream because she even
Oh,
admits
the
she knows
ego,
I had it
the
on stream
ego.
too.
I love it. Bring it on. Oh,
It's hilarious.
give it me. Give me all his ego. They're moving up to the big leagues now, where they informed me.
I'm just
that
gonna
in
say
that
I'm not
week,
trying to be
they had
sexist, but
managed
every
to
like
reach
guild
heroic
I've been
Queen's
in,
Court.
led by a woman, was just a big failure. Never had any successful guilds where
During
the
that
guild
second
master
trial,
slash raid leader
taking
was a
part in
woman.
their normal run and
I don't know.
heroic progress.
It
became
sounds super
clear to
sexist,
me
but I mean it's just like a
why
factoid
progress
of like
took so long.
what my 20
Any
years
guesses?
almost to playing
Any
this
guesses?
game.
Why does progress take so long? It's taken them 3 weeks to get heroic Ashvane and Orgazoa down. Looting, big one. Yeah, loot rules, they sucked. But we've got the raiding manifesto here. We might be able to help them out. 20-minute breaks. Let's see.
If Damage Hunter was a thing, they should have kept it.
Had zero
Kept the
rage
one hunter.
trains. They had no idea what they were doing. Even
Yeah,
though the
yeah.
raid leader was trying
like,
desperately in his
basically,
defense to implement
Like
a
this
strategy.
priest ended up getting
Which
it because
basically came
that
from
clearly already
Fox
like
TV
justifies
guys
like
and
what I
stuff
was
like
saying.
that.
Like,
That's your
yeah,
problem.
everyone else
That's
is
your
rolling so
problem.
they
I've
can
got
give it to
first-hand
either you,
experience.
the guild
I
master
know what
lady
your
who
issue
needs
is.
it,
I
or that
found it.
boomkin or whatever. So I was
Sus.
like, yeah,
Sus. I've got
That is
first-hand
not sus, that
experience.
is
Yeah,
just
you don't want any
obvious.
part of that. That's a bad situation to be in. However, anything that resembled a strategy
yeah.
was rejected by Solil, or altered in some way, giving them
There was
her
definitely like a
personal
dude that
touch and
spoke
shit
up
like
for
that.
her. That was like.
Things like the
Well,
location
the
of
hunter
markers
rather,
and
but
the
like we
colours
all
of the
know it's
markers.
going to the damn guild
When
master
to use
priest playing a
Bloodlust,
fucking
the
shadow
healing
priest. Like,
cooldowns,
learn your
debating
place and
whether
play
or not
healer,
to use
lady.
combat res
Goddamn.
on someone who had died, explaining the encounter of each boss's ability. This woman absolutely had to have a say in everything. At one point, she decided that Bloodlust should take place about a minute into the fight, as that's when there's
We
more
bloodlust when I say we bloodlust and the shaman. Or actually, this
This was
might
on
be like
Queen's
Legion,
Court.
where like 5 classes have bloodlust.
Oh no. Oh, I didn't want to read that. I feel a bit sick. Not wrong. I didn't want to read that.
What's he reading?
There was general chaos during the fights. Most of the people just got confused because the raid leader would call something out. Solo would say, don't do that and do this instead. So I decided to whisper my brother and Serenia, since no one but the officers had permission to speak in the raid channel and Discord, of course, that we should just do what the raid leader said, which for the most part was correct. I knew he was right. The first boss was a mess, people not even realizing that mid-fight the boss would swap your debuff and you would have to swap sides. They wouldn't soak the overflow.
But yeah, I wouldn't
In fact,
have
they
even
would
brought this
actively
up
run
if
out
like
of
she
the
didn't
circle
fucking
to
mail
avoid
me
being
goddamn shit
damaged.
and like brought it, like I would have been over it. Like I was pretty drunk and pissed up, but like not
Resulting in
something I'm
some
gonna
of the
grudge
lower
over.
tier
But I'm like,
people's
I'm gonna
death.
bring it up here now.
Triggers were
goddammit.
going off constantly. It actually looked very pretty, as my guild had never managed to do this. But still, we did manage to kill it. You can't get Behemoth wrong. We moved to the Blackwater Behemoth, where we killed it easily. Okay, good. Even though we had some people forget to take the water breathing buff. Hey, Mythic, LFR, doesn't matter. People always forget that fucking buff for some reason. And suffocating themselves mid-fight. But still, we killed it. Radiance of Ashara died with no major issues, and for a nice change. The dispels of the people with the bombs was pretty good, actually. But then we approached Ashbane. There she is, that big, beautiful girl. First of all, Solil insisted that we use Bloodlust on the pull, since that's when you have all your cooldowns. I couldn't help it. I had to. I piped up and I typed something in raid chat. Keep the cooldowns for the shield break. And depending on your DPS, use Bloodlust either on the first shield break, providing you can one-shot it, or the second shield break. What is the DPS of this guild? What is it? I need to see the logs. This is heroic Ashbane, right? Okay. She suddenly piped up on Discord to say that I'm still under trial, and that means I'm not allowed to speak. Okay. Okay. The officer team can speak. Basically just her, though, since she has really taken over the decision-making process. I simply replied back, I was just saying it would probably be better given our DPS. She followed with, don't you mean optimal for your logs? Sass! Bit of sass from Solil! I'm sure you mean optimal for your logs. Bit
you
of
asked
sass,
for PvP?
right? Bit of sass.
Yeah, we can do some after this SM.
Hopefully
here.
many of you
I got
know
over
that
100
what he
gold
suggested
here.
is actually bad for your logs.
By the end of this,
still,
I should be over 110.
still, we're going on. Which didn't really
Like, on
make
the
a lot
first
of
half of
sense
the
to me.
stream,
Okay,
when
you
I
did
got
recognize
back,
that.
was
Well, I
getting
didn't
food, I
bother, so
saw
I
the
just said
stream
no problem.
ended.
10 seconds
Went
later,
to
I get
go
a
watch
whisper
the
from
end and
Serenia
saw
saying
that
she's
dumb
really
fucker
sorry.
go down. Oh yeah, the last
I told her it's not her
from
fault.
last
and
night.
This Solil is not only rude, but pretty crazy. She laughed and we moved on.
Yeah, I'd
we
be up
did
for a
kill
couple
Ashbane and we got to
ABs,
Argazora,
David.
where we wiped 6 times. because one of the tanks, who was one of the officers, kept dying mid-fight. Sometimes from randomly soaking, even though it wasn't his turn. Not being able... Oh, yeah. He was... It was clear he was a keyboard turner, as it would be very rare for him to get down to the bottom. Oh, no. But using grips, we did manage to get him down. And eventually Orgazoa died. I mean, reached the Queen's Court. Which is weird, because immediately Solil called the raid and told us that we would continue on Sunday, even though raid time wasn't finished. I just left the Discord, Hearthstoned out, put my headphones away, and face-palmed myself. Finding it very, very strange that people actually raided like this.
I just asked about your day, but I figured I'd just get down to the point.
Is that what raiding's like?
My day's been pretty regular. Got up around like 11 a.m. before lunch.
No, it's not.
Didn't eat. I never have like a hunger.
I straight up told him.
I
I
don't really
told
eat
you about
breakfast.
this.
I,
I
like, eat
warned
once
you
or twice
before we
a
got
day
into
type of
this.
deal.
I told you.
I don't know. And
he said, I know, but I didn't think
my
it
brother
would
and
be
dad
this
were
bad,
in town, so I
saying
got
that he
him
has a
to
better
he
understanding
transferred
of
my
what's
brother
going on
some
during a
cash.
raid
Got
than the
myself some
opposite.
brews.
So we badmouthed, we did what bros do. We badmouthed every weird behavior that was going on there. Like the fact the raid leader wasn't a raid leader and had no power. They were just using him as a vocal version of DBM.
No, I just asked about your day, but I figured I'd just get down to the point.
The wife, Solil, randomly started
I'm looking
singing
for a
along
weapon
with
to
one of
leave
the other
work.
officers, the
A reason
Titanic
to
song
leave
during one
work
of the
early
fights.
on this crap Monday and some PvP with my boy. Would that be a great reason?
Or that our entire raid that night
I mean,
was
what are
delayed
you, like,
because she had to
construction?
go out
How
and
much
get
you make in
chicken
an hour
nuggets
might not be worth.
and needed to eat them before we could start the raid.
I used to work a construction job 12 hours a day, and I fucking hated that shit. I prefer being on Willy.
You think I'm bullshitting? I'm not. I'm gonna copy paste this for my fucking boys that are live, so you can see it. That is not a lie. That is not a lie. From that very first guild run until Sunday, I started to see.
By the way, this is,
even
I
more
think, the
red
first
flags.
time I've
As
seen
if I hadn't
David
seen literally a few
and
of
Nick
them
both in
already.
the chat.
The
These are
recruitment
both,
officer, who was the one that sang along to the Titanic.
I think David's been
must
around
have been
since
using an
season
add-on
one
that
of,
randomly sent out guild
SoD.
invites in order to recruit more people. Since
He
there
was
were
giving me
periods
like
of time
Shaman Tank
where
tips. I
no
think that's
new
why
member would join the guild, and then
eventually gave
suddenly
him
we
mod
would
as
be
well.
spammed with people joining randomly.
Nick is
And I am
around here
100%
since
sure
like Era.
that none of them knew, none of them went through
Or
that
no,
weird
not
interview
like
process.
when Era came
During
out,
that
but like
period between
recently,
our first raid
when I
and
leveled
Sunday,
up Era, I met him through
I got to know the
Zul'Farrak.
raid leader a bit better. Let's call him Simon, raid leader Simon. We started hanging out, and he seemed like a good fella. My brother and Serenia invited him to our Discord, and we started doing more Plus together. And even
I think the
he
last time I
admitted that the
played
guild
with
runs
Nick was
and the runs the four of us
Wrath
had were
Classic.
very, very
I was leveling
different.
up a character
Even
for
though I must
Kata,
admit, it is really
and I've
easy
got
to
it
impress
sitting at
someone
level
who is
80.
used to complete and utter calamity.
I would log in
We talked
to it.
more with
It's a different
Simon, and he
account than
admitted
this.
that
Oh,
I
someone is
fucking hate
actually
Solo.
whispering me.
It only took a
LeBrand
day of
Flames.
chat, and he blurted it out. I fucking hate Solo. But he's bros, he's real life friends with
5G
Greg, her
per-
husband. He didn't want to create
per
problems.
run.
He also
Going
told us
on
that he has
raid.
no power or say over anything that happens in the raid, even though everyone in the officer team was supposed to have a specific job to do. Everything had to be done according to Solid. I
actually got a guy
Simon,
asking me for like a boost
Guys,
here.
what are you doing in this
He
guild?
says,
What
okay,
are
go
you
look on
doing?
sales.
Why?
Come on, don't act like
gave
incursions
the
did
same
not
answer.
just destroy this economy.
Most of
I
the
want,
people are quite
I
nice.
want 5 gold
Except
at
maybe
least.
Solid.
I
As
think
for
that's
Simon,
very
he repeated
reasonable.
that he was afraid. Genuinely afraid.
Either way,
He
I'm
was
making
afraid
good
if
money
he
just
decided
solo. I
to
don't
leave,
need to carry people.
that Solid would take it the
But
wrong
like,
way.
what the hell do
and it
people
would
charge
lead to
then?
some
Like, I'm
sort
pretty
of
sure 5
friendship
gold a
IRL
run
breakup
seems
with
not
Greg.
too bad.
He said she's just as horrid in real life as she is in the
Like I've been able to sell
But
3
some
gold a
days,
level
we raid.
for RFC boosting.
We're all
my
invited to
mage,
the
but
raid.
It's like, I don't know. Like,
We spent the
I feel
entire
like I should
night
get more
working
here.
on literally every mechanic that could wipe a raid on Heroic Queen's Court, which was weird because I had never wiped on Heroic Queen's Court. I have. with method.
I mean, does 5 gold, like, how much
Sparks
do you
were
charge?
being killed just all at the
Or
same
I don't know
time.
if I'm talking
Soaks
to
were just
maybe
not
someone
being
else was
soaked.
in chat.
People wouldn't
Or
notice
maybe
they
not
had to
chat that I
run
was
towards
talking to,
Syllabars
that,
when he was doing
like,
Zealous Eruption.
No, it was a
Tanks
guy
couldn't tank swap properly, so
called
they would just have
Bloodlust
like
Blaze.
full no
I
damage
used
for
to do
minutes.
AV with him.
They would regularly get mind
not
controlled
on.
when they were tanking Pashmar. Most of the people who would get the frenetic charge would decide it'd be a good idea to run to fucking Narnia. So they would drop the pool in the middle of the floor. And this is heroic! I was honestly gobsmacked.
I feel like that's
since
what I would
basically
pay.
every single member had
like,
been
per
recruited,
run. Like
most
if that's
likely
like a
using
good
the add-on
amount,
that
getting a
spams
full
Gilded
armory
Knights.
with like
We obviously couldn't out
the
DPS
Joyous
the
Journey
boss,
plus
and we
all
would
that
die
other
from
shit,
something
like
mentioned above.
plus incursion like gold.
Okay.
Increasing like the economy and
This
shit
is
like
when. Yeah, you can
it should
get mind
definitely
control at
cost
Queen's
more,
Court.
for
I
sure.
didn't know that either. Sorry. I didn't know that either. I had no idea until we were planning how to wipe Method and Keg, one of our top tanks. Keg piped up. Is like, yeah, you can mind control the tanks here. I had no fucking clue. I was like, really? I've never seen that. I've never seen that in my fucking life. It's like, yeah, it's the tank swap thing. So yeah, you can do that. You can get mind control. That's what the tank swap thing's about. Yeah, it's totally real. It's totally real. Anyway, alright, so anyway, relax. Solil's got a plan. Solil decides that she has watched the Fat Boss video again. And she has a new strategy.
Fat Boss.
Alright, Alex. What did you come up with, Alex, to save this guild?
I think Preach was also in this guild. The guy that's
She
like
says
narrating,
we've got a new
he was
idea.
in this
We're
guild.
going to have
Fat
every
Boss.
single DPS
They're like
focus
UK
Pashmar down
raiders.
to 5%.
They got that fucked up dental care, mate.
Swapping only to the sparks when they appear. Keep Bloodlust when Pashmar was down to 5%.
Meanwhile, I'm over here with like
Swap to
Huckleberry
Syllabus.
Finn fucking
Use
ass teeth.
Bloodlust to bring him to 5%
Honestly, I just
as
like
well.
I was offered
and
to
then
like
kill him.
braces when I was a young child, but I was like, I already wear glasses. I don't want to look like a fucking nerd. I'm not getting braces, so that was like a choice of mine. My parents wanted me to get braces. I
And as
just
soon
did
as
not
I
want
heard
to.
this, I typed in raid chat. How is that going to help?
Do
We're
I
not
regret
wiping
it?
for
I don't
that.
care. I
We're
mean,
not even
like,
close to
fuck.
killing the boss.
If I cared, I would not have a
He
goddamn
keyed up
like
and did this
video cam up
obnoxious heavy sigh.
of people
Oh,
to
let me
look
try
at
it.
my deformed teeth when I smile.
Is that good enough?
I just know it's good streamer etiquette to have like a camera so people can see your reaction.
She explained
to
with a
shit.
heavy sigh that by here's the science behind it. You ready for the science? That by focusing on only one of the bosses, we would only have
Ooh,
to
this
deal
is a
with the
bigger
mechanics of
pull.
that boss.
I need some maelstrom procs, goddamn.
I simply typed what?
Okay, we're
Question
good.
mark. Followed by her saying, "Oh God! Oh, he got punished." Followed by her keying up. You know what?
Wait, 1, 2,
You
3,
just
4,
earned
5,
yourself another week
6,
of
7,
proven
like
pleb
8.
rank.
Top pull, not bad.
And if I continue to disrespect the officer team and the guild, I would also have to pay double the gold to the guild bank. I was baffled by the stupidity, incompetence, and just toxicity, honestly. I honestly couldn't think of a way to respond to what was
Same
happening in
here?
front of
Oh
me
shit.
that didn't involve me going nuts or just G-quitting. After her outburst, she said, "Let us continue."
Said 3G would
So
be the lowest you'd
we
go,
went a couple
and
times
you would
more
say no
following her
Hurod
strategy,
for
even before
5G.
getting
We'll
Pashmar
do
to
dungeons
5%.
plus Hurod.
And eventually, she stopped the raid.
Last thing I wanted was another
She wants
reason
to
from the
speak
pick on
to
my
the
nerdy
officer
ass.
team.
I mean, same here,
Conference
literally when I was a kid.
So midway through the raid,
I was
the
in
whole
junior
officer
high,
team
then in
leaves
high school,
our
you
chat.
joined 4 different
Joined
sports and got in shape. Suddenly, no one wanted to pick on me anymore.
Now,
That's
we're not
good.
allowed to talk. in
And
this
then
channel.
Nick has to say,
so it's just
got your
became a
rogue to
void.
5k gear score in Raz, so you're ready
After
for
5
Kata
minutes,
when it
Greg
drops.
and the
Okay.
raid leader Simon came back.
Wonder if we can
and
still
they
do
said about
cross-server
stopping the
stuff,
raid.
Nick.
Greg said that we should sign up for next week's raid because something special was going to happen, and wished us a good night.
But that's on my other account.
And then
I
left the
could
Discord and the raid group.
resub it, but I haven't
brother,
felt the
Serenia,
need to,
myself,
but
and
maybe I should. I
Simon
don't
all
know.
left the
Figure.
Discord
I don't
really synchronized and
like
joined
if
our own server.
it's the same time
Simon
as SoD.
simply
Like I'm
said,
gonna
"Damn."
prioritize SoD.
She's fucking crazy.
Like this character already has
And
like how much
I
play
only
time
asked
was
him
it
one thing,
played?
which I'm sure is on all our minds right now, because I haven't read this part either. I was in
28
halfway
days,
through,
6
so I haven't
hours,
read this
2
either.
minutes,
What
26
is the
seconds
special
since I
thing
created this.
coming
Like, how long I've
next week?
spent on this
He said he
poor
doesn't know.
lady in 9 days.
It's the
for
first
this
time he's heard about
phase
it.
here,
And
but
it must have been
a
something
lot
that
of it
only
is
Greg
just
and
sitting in
Solid knew
Orgrimmar
about.
looking
I had
cool.
neither the strength nor the will to even
That was
talk
my
about it
end game originally.
For the rest of the
as a
reset, we kept doing what we were
teenager
already
starting
doing.
this
Big
game
M
was like, I
plus,
want the
dailies,
badass
AP,
gear so
big
I can stand
AP.
in Orgrimmar.
On
and
Monday, I
people
decided
can
to
be
make
like,
a pug
I want to
heroic
be
run in
like
order
that
to at
guy
least try
one
and
day.
clear the raid, doing the mechanics properly, so my brother could see them, and perhaps I could get my
Yeah,
brother ahead of the curve. This is where it's all
you
gonna
have
go wrong.
like my other account,
This is
Reddit
nightmare fuel.
Mercy.
Serenia and Simon
added
and I
Nick,
created a group.
and this is
I asked
my
some
other
of my
account,
guildies from
Battle
Tower Mill
Mercy.
if they
So it's
wanted
like,
to come and just pop on a
look,
heroic on their ults.
I know if I
We
say
recruited
anything
some
bad
decent
here, I don't want
bugs,
to like
invited my
fucking
bros
get
from my mythic guild.
because you get like
Boom!
banned throughout
Smashed
the
heroic,
account,
no wipes, no
like
problems
game
whatsoever.
wide type of deal. Like if you're banned on classic,
When
you're banned on
Solo saw
SoD,
that
and you're
I had
banned
the
on
courage,
hardcore, and you're banned on retail.
When
You're
she
banned
saw
on
it
like
pop up, she went
Wrath.
fucking
So
crazy.
it's like
Loyalty!
I'm gonna keep that as a different like account in case I end up blurting the
value
N-word enough and I
loyalty in
get
this
this
guild.
account banned.
This is betrayal!
It won't be fucked. Okay, you've added
She asked
me.
to see
All right.
Simon in the conference room.
There,
So we
now
left
you
our
have both
Discord
my
and joined their
accounts,
office.
Battle
The rest of
Mercy
us
and
proceeded
Reddit
to
Mercy, which
essentially
are
make
both
fun of
like
her for explaining what was going on with the
Overwatch
this
accounts,
guild that I ended
basically.
up in, and my
that
bros were
I
all like,
originally made
"The
these
fuck are you
email
doing, dude?"
addresses for.
That was when Simon joined the Discord and informed us that we would be given
I don't know
an
if you
extra
thought I
chance
was
to prove
ghosting
our
you for the
loyalty
longest
in the
time,
coming
but like
reset.
I had
Oh,
you
we got
added
another
on
chance.
Reddit Mercy
Extra life. One up,
when I was
boys.
on
And that
Wrath
me and my
leveling.
brother had both earned
Yeah,
yet
I was
another
like,
week as
For
proven
SoD, I'm
pleb.
gonna do this on a
And
different
also,
account, just in
Serenia was
case.
to be demoted.
I don't want to
proven
have them
pleb.
all connected to the same account.
And all three of us were to be given official notice to await
Just because
further
I don't
notice.
trust myself
This
if
is
I
a
drink
notice
too
to
much.
let you know to await further
I'm a
notice
bad alcoholic, Chad.
on the situation. My Mythic Raid bros were pissing themselves. And then they contacted our GM over on Tara Mill to create a new special rank in the guild just for me called Proven Pleb. Oh yeah. That's definitely happening. The next reset comes though, we're there. It's week 2. We got this. Stretch it out. Yeah. Loosen up, boys. We're all invited
I
to
think
the
the
raid.
last time I was on
We stand in front of Commander Shavara and we wait for the
my
opposite team
Wrath
to join
account
the
was like
Discord.
maybe 2
15
months ago. I
minutes
was
we're
just
still in
doing
the
like
raid after
BGs to
raid
get like
start time.
PvP
I'm
gear
already
to
out,
catch
by the
up.
way. I'm fucking gone. 15
I haven't
minutes.
tried any of like the beta, alpha, or
The officers
whatever
joined
like
Discord.
Sigma dungeons that they got or whatever
Solid
the fuck that
informed
shit
us of
is.
the big surprise. Oh, what's the surprise? Come on. I've just read what it is. What is it? What's the big surprise? Drum roll. Big surprise coming. Ooh, mythic. Ooh, no. Oh, you're not there. You're not there.
All right,
No, you're not
David.
there.
After
Another
I
notice.
turn this shit
Oh, here
in,
we
we
go.
can
The
try and
opposite
time out
team
the,
has decided
what you
to
calls it?
merge our guilds with another raid guild.
BGs. So maybe.
And we're going to Mythic. Okay, so you're half right. You were half right. You're half right. Fuck my life. You know what it's time for? Red alert, ladies and gentlemen. We have gone to red alert. That's it. It's red alert time. This is the appropriate moment.
Have some
We've
good
gone
food,
to red
have
alert.
a nice dinner, I guess. Supper.
We
I
are
don't know
there.
what time
We
you
are
in,
there. This is
Nick,
the
I
moment we've been
forget.
waiting for.
Or are you
It's
in the
DEF
same
CON 5.
time
It
zone as
really
me?
is.
Or no,
Oh,
you're
shit, here we
Alaska.
go.
It's like you're having lunch or some shit, right?
Even
Or
though the group was completely
you're like 4 or 5
underprepared,
hours
unorganized,
earlier
had
than me,
no
I remember.
previous warning
Yeah.
of this, including all the
You're like
officers
Alaska,
except for
yeah, or
Solil
some
and
shit
Greg.
like that.
So no one had any time to prepare for what would be required.
You got
for
like
them.
lunch
And even
going
if
up.
all the above mentioned were in fact somehow magically taken
Yeah,
care of,
12:41,
our
okay.
players were fucking shit. There is no fucking way in the fucking world that we are beating this before in Rage. Even if nobody died, there is no fucking way. But hey, who knows who this other raid team is? Perhaps we're bringing in some big chads. Maybe big boys are coming to carry us. Of course not. Absolutely fucking not. They were a tiny bit ahead of their progression, having killed Queen's Court twice and had killed Sakul once. They had not tried to pull Queen Ashara because they probably thought it was too hard. And now, for whatever reason, they wanted to go Mythic, unorganized, and unprepared.
You were in junior high, then high school, joined 4 different sports,
It was
got
ugly.
in shape suddenly.
Ladies and
Okay, yeah, I read that.
It was ugly. Solo
Yo,
had
David,
gone
you
full
around?
mental
We
mode,
could
trying
queue up
random
some
strategies
maybe.
that I had never
Just
seen
gotta
before.
see what the stream delay.
While
I don't know if it's
constantly
10 seconds
munching
again today.
on what I
we
was
could,
later
like, do
told
the
by
test or
the
whatever.
raid leader Simon was pickled cucumber, but apparently it was her favorite raid snack to keep her calm. Basically, we would wipe the moment Bloodlust wore off. We never got the boss below 75%. That was when some people started complaining. 1, we never wanted to do mythic raiding. We just want to do heroic. Solil got so mad. She declared that anybody who didn't want to mythic raid in World of Warcraft was a coward! And if people don't want to raid mythic, then you should leave.
That's all good.
So
I'll
people
just
just
keep on
left.
farming gold then.
Alright. Very quickly, we didn't have enough people to play mythic anymore. We ended the raid short that night, and Solil changed the guild's daily message to a brand new one. We are not raiding this reset or the next reset as a punishment for our insubordination. And she logged off. After the raid was over, we hopped back to our Discord, where I told my brother and Serenia and Simon, if you want to make a pug for the first 3 bosses in Mythic, we could do that if you want, because we've got our entire raid night free. They said, yeah, and I told them to spend some time checking the guides on the first 3 bosses. While I was inviting some of my buddies from Tara Mill who wanted to get the first 3 on their alts and creating the raid group, we downed all 3 bosses easily. During the Radiance fight, Solil logged back in again and saw us getting mythic achievements. She started yelling again. I just told her that she just cancelled all the raids for the next 2 weeks. What's your problem? I was instantly kicked from the guild. Oh, no! Oh, no! Simon left and went to the opposite channel to explain that she was the one who'd said that there was no guild raiding, so why can't we raid? Solil logged out and Greg logged in. Obviously, she was on his account and kicked Simon from the guild. Later, Simon joined our Discord and said, fuck it, I'm so done. My brother and Serenia also said enough is enough and left the guild. Later that night, Serenia told us that they were going to make new characters on my server. I straight up refused to level up again, since fuck that noise. And if they're sure they want to swap servers, they can level up on their own. I can help them out with gold or whatever, but I am not leveling again. My brother mentioned that he can always use his character boost that he never used, but Serenia didn't have a character boost, and she hadn't bought Shadowlands yet, and she couldn't afford to buy a boost. My brother, in his white, gleaming armor, offered to pay for her, and she could return the money whenever. But she said no! No, thank you. In the end, my brother boosted a new character. He boosted anyway. Whatever. A druid this time, intending to play a boomer. Serenia simply gathered all her gold from Kazakh and transferred her main, a rogue, over to my server. They both joined my guild, where we didn't have an interview, and we've been playing together until now. They both even got a trial spot for 8.3, since both of them are actually decent players with some potential. Maybe lacking experience, but that's something that we can fix. The raid leader from that guild, Simon, never followed us, but we still play with him from time to time and we chat over Discord. He joined a new guild and aims to casually raid on Heroic for 8.3. My little brother and Serenia are still together, and they're even considering moving into a place of their own. This is from December, right? They've been together like a month, right? I don't want to be judgmental, but this story's only from December, right? Yeah, good for them. Okay, sure, you go for it. Yeah, that's awfully quick. That's all I'm saying. That's awfully quick. This isn't like something that happened like 2 years ago. This is like a month ago. Yeah? Just saying. Providing they can find an apartment they can afford. Loyalty! I know my story was long. Oh, it's fine. We had a great time with it. I apologize. But thank you for reading it. I wish you, Preacher, your family, and that chat of yours a wonderful rest of the year. Be healthy and happy and stay away from crazy people. Absolutely not. Because I have to go to Germany, so that is definitely going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's cancel out of this Red Alert out. Back up, Red Alert. let's close that. Red Alert is over for now. Thank you very much for tuning in. It was a wonderful story. Thank you very much for that. Have a great weekend. I'll be back with you on Monday. Everything's going to be golden. Enjoy your raiding. Enjoy your visions. And remember, for those of you who don't know, and I should put a video out on this, you're allowed to fail your visions twice, and you will still be on track to get your cape up to date, which means try pushing. Try it. It's super fun. It's one of the biggest things you can do in 8.3. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Solo, with a group. It doesn't matter. Figure it out. Have some fun with it. It's worth it, all right? It doesn't matter if you fail. You can fail twice, and you'll still be fine. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you Monday. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen from around the world, 2 long weeks we have waited. 2 long weeks we have sat back. I attempted to do drama in Germany, but it wasn't going to happen. Yet I did have all these strange people, these beautiful ladies, who came to me with there. These were sponsor managers. These were people on the management side. They were creatives. They were people who were doing all kinds of things saying, I love drama time. Please can I be in drama time if you do it from Germany? Please, please, please. But all I had was a webcam in a corner and a hope and a smile to make those things happen, so it wasn't going to, but here we are. Here we are. And you might notice right down below me, if you didn't follow on Twitter, that indeed PreachCon 2020 has been announced. It will be on the 30th of July in Manchester. The deals have been struck. The signings have been done while I was busy in Germany for the Race to World 2nd. My wife was busy making PreachCon happen in the best way possible for all of you guys, and it has been done. The date is listed down below should you want to come and party with all these people that you probably, or for a lot of you, you probably talk to on an almost daily basis through our stream. It will be happening then. When the tickets are going on sale, we'll announce. We're just making sure the price is right. I don't know what I'm giving you guys this time. Last time, of course, can I do this without destroying drama? Probably. Last time, everybody got one of these. Whoa! Giant mouse mat. Giant mouse mat. Everyone got one of those. I haven't really decided exactly what I want to do for you guys this time, because apparently this year is more important. So Emma tells me, because it's a 5-year anniversary. I mean, I'm just not big on that stuff, you know? Just not big on the old anniversaries and all that kind of good stuff. I'm not big on that, but according to Emma, it is a big deal that we're having the 5-year anniversary. And we should do something in line with the 5-year anniversary. Yeah, it's the 5-year anniversary of PreachCon. So apparently that's special. So that's something I need to look at. So it has been 2 weeks. If you didn't see the Race to World First Methods one, that's where I was casting this time. They did come second, as I'm sure nearly everybody here knows. But they do some cool things. Got to talk with the mayor, and as you'll probably notice for our YouTube audience, if you've been a bit out of the loop, and you start seeing a ridiculously chubby face of mine popping up from this wonderful chat, I did take part in a game called Chubby Bunny. For raising so much money for children, for charity for children. Thousands and thousands of dollars were raised just on my casts alone. Nearly $10,000, I'm told, were raised personally on my casts. So like a quarter of everything that was raised was thanks to you guys. So, yeah, have fun with the meme. It's not staying. This is not staying, by the way. This is not staying. Nope, this will be disappearing. So enjoy it while you've got it. Enjoy it while you've got it. That's all I'm going to say. Enjoy it while you've got it, because it's not fucking... I demand it stays. Because it's... Why would I want to look at that face? I'm stuffed full of... What was it? 13 marshmallows? 12, 13 marshmallows were in my face at the time. Yeah, I don't particularly want it to stay. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it. It's glorious. We'll have some sort of vote. We'll allow a vote to take place. But that's not why you're here today. It is, of course, the return of drama. It is Valentine's Day. I hope many of you didn't forget. I crafted my Valentine's card to Emma because I did return from Germany. Didn't have time to go shopping for one. So I crafted her one, arts and craft style. I even put a spring out picture in it for when she opened it. She opened it, like, popped out. I put a springy cardboard in there. I used some string to give it some tension. That was crisp. Oh, it was fucking bang on, man. It was absolutely bang on. I wrapped it in a ribbon, the whole thing.
Taking
It
a
was
piss,
really good.
grabbing a beer.
It was not a ring with a socket. Also, it's been a couple of weeks. Sorry, there's more announcements than normal. But you may have seen we're doing some super nerdy stuff right now for the first YouTube video that's coming out after I got back, because so much has happened, and obviously there's a lot to catch up on. But we're kind of running an experiment right now. A lot of people are sending me their data. All I want you to do is do like 6 times just hitting a training dummy. Just make sure it's identical each time. And just send me what your DPS is after 3 minutes. That's it. Just hit a training dummy for 3 minutes. Write down the DPS. Do it 6 more times. Make sure it's identical. Make sure the dummy heals up to full. And make sure you click off any buffs. We're just curious as to see what your variance is. Alright? Don't change gear or anything. Just do the same thing 6 times. Just send me. And just let me know what class it is. Be genuinely curious. Right. We're going to get weird. It is Valentine's Day. We're going to see some guilds fall. Let's just go with... It hasn't got a title with it, so I'm just going to go with I had to. Which is always the... it's always the thing. I had to. I just had to do it. I had to do it. Now, the question, of course, is, did you have to do it? Almost certainly, the answer is no. No, you didn't. But, you know, would it be drama time if it wasn't that fight? Let's check over to Patreon. Now, it does say here, and this can come to my wonderful chat, you will also need a pretentious white knighty guild name. There you go. Oh, I'll change the 2 in a second. Don't worry about it. So we need a GM who will be Gregor. Excellent. We need a girl. Becca. I like the way you've even put your Patreon name as Becca. Interesting. And raid leader Sam, who will be Deathstroke, apparently. Thank you for the support. Deathstroke. Thank you for the support, Deathstroke. Okay, so this is going to start relatively ordinary. Yeah, we got Deathstroke in here. Deathstroke is the raid leader, by the way. Just what I'm saying, right? Just what I'm saying. Hey, it's not big, fat, and ugly. It's bald, fat, and ugly. And I'll have you know, bald, fat, and ugly are like world 47th right now. All right? Don't disrespect bald, fat, and ugly. They're rising. They're rising strong. Ilganov died last night. I think we can kill Carapace on Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go. What did we go? Edgestroke. The Knights of Chivalry. I quite like that by Trister. The powdered wigs. I think the Knights of Chivalry is the way to go. I like that. Greetings, preach, and your illustrious chat. I've enjoyed listening to Drama Time for a few years now. And finally, something happened to me. I didn't think it could happen, but it did. And I think it's worthy of being sent to you to hopefully be read aloud. Well, here we are, my friend. This is a story of how me and, quite frankly, many other people were suckered into a cult, pretending to be a guild that was ran by a cunning thief whose image was that of the White Knight. Flashback to the beginning of BFA. My guild that I was co-GMing at the time was beginning to focus on content that was for nerds. I have always enjoyed casual World of Warcraft. My week consists of mog runs, mount farming, world content. You do whatever you want. And the like, while our GM was trying to steer the guild into raids and higher M+ keys. At the time, I couldn't give a fuck about those things. So when he said that's the way we were going, I quietly just stepped down and decided to look for a new guild. Well played, that man! Oh, that's the way the guild's going? Cool, I'm just going to move on then. That's not my jam. You guys do you. I'm out of here. Fair enough. While playing on an alt I was leveling, a whisper arrives in the pink. Do you wish to join? What were we going with? The Knights of Chivalry? On a mog run of Molten Core? This sounded right up my alley. Oh, yes, I do. I was summoned shortly thereafter by the GM himself, Gregor. Soon, the entrance filled with 40 players. This is in BFA, right? There's 40 of you going to Molten Core. And we headed in. I noticed that all of the people who had been given promotions in the raid were all members of the Knights of Chivalry. Gregor started the run with a speech. A long speech. Gregor stood in front of the raiders about to clear Molten Core for their transmog armor, and declared how World of Warcraft had become super toxic. And that everybody in this raid had encountered some sort of toxicity in their time, and probably recently. And everyone needed to be nicer to each other. And that it is people like us, you and me, can rebuild the once fabulous World of Warcraft community back to its former glory. Praise him. The speech was kind of inspiring. The message, not a terrible one. And I found myself drawn to it. I'm not a lie. I was kind of into it. At the end of the raid, Gregor handed out free 16 slot bags to every member of the raid. He asked if anyone wishes to share and spread this message, they can join the Knights of Chivalry and rebuild the WoW community together. Me and a few others agreed, and I was inducted, I like the use of the word inducted here, into their Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, this guild was huge. Discord had over 1,500 members. Multiple voice channels regularly had 6+ people in them at a time. It was a social player's wet dream. Friends, new acquaintances, people to speak to share memes with. It was wonderful. At the time of its death, the Knights of Chivalry was the #1 US guild in terms of active real members. How did you check that statistic? Can you do that? I mean, maybe you can. It just feels like that's a straw that you're grasping at. I don't know how you check it, but I like it. The guild bank was flush with consumables and cash. Often the guild accepted donations. Yes. And they would be used for raffles and such. Leadership regularly did giveaways, mounts, pets, and sometimes even huge amounts of gold to lucky members. They even did a bit of current raiding, though rarely higher than heroic, along with M+, which I now started to enjoy. A few months of us spreading this good gospel amongst our community. I had worked my way up the ranks to being an officer within the guild. I had made many friends, and the guild was just a community. Of course, there was the occasional bad egg or troll, but they were swiftly removed by the officer team for spreading their toxicity amongst our ranks. One day, Gregor hosted a large guild meeting, like he normally did about once a week, just letting people know what was going on within the guild. If any officer spots were open, and just getting a pulse on the community of so many people. However, it was the meeting, this meeting, that started the shit show. Gregor announced he was quitting WoW. He needed a break. He was going to be passing the status of Guild Master to long-time co-GM, an absolute gem of a human being named Becca. Becca was a wonderful leader, well respected throughout the community. She had been the co-GM for 2 years at that point. But there was a problem with Becca. Becca was a girl. A few days passed, and suddenly Gregor announces on Discord that he's had a change of heart. He's going to stay the GM of the guild. Becca would be his co-GM once more, and nothing was to change. It was a lot. Our community was very harmonious, you must understand, very social, all about the people. And this was a lot for them to take in. There was a portion of the guild that didn't mind the transfer of leadership, that they were looking forward to having Becca in charge. But there was a good amount of people that sent her really dodgy messages. And made her really upset. Because she was a girl. So, there was that element of it too, which is surprising in a guild so focused on spreading the good word of community building, that there was apparently, and I'm shocked too, guys, that in our harmonious, everyone hold hands, kumbaya, hippie, sandal-wearing, weed-smoking community, that there are some thirsty cockfuckers in there. Right? I mean, it's weird, but it turned out to be the truth. It turned out to be the truth, which was really strange. Becca was so shocked at the messages that she had received that she decided that she was actually just going to step down and just not play WoW anymore. So she posted a nice, heartfelt message in the announcements channel in Discord. I encourage everyone to be their best them that you can be. Keep the message alive. And she quietly left. No fuss, no muss. And this is where Gregor made his first mistake. She'd left a lovely message. She had plenty of friends in the community. He deleted her goodbye message. A few hours after she posted it and had left the Discord server, he deleted it. Now, only Gregor and Becca had permissions to delete a message from her, and since she was no longer in the Discord, it was fairly obvious who did it. However, despite it clearly being labelled as him being the only person, Gregor said, wasn't me. You're literally the only person. Yeah, I know. His defense, of course, saying that he just didn't know what had happened to it. Maybe it was a database error. Okay. However, the R. Kelly defense. It's good. It's good. We're going to allow it. However, obviously this had sparked some differences in the officer channels. People started to question him for the first time ever. This man spreading this good word of community and messages and love is now deleting messages and hiding things. Officers started to push him. One in particular. Eventually admitted it. I did delete it. Yes, it's true. But I only did it for the good of the guild. To spare the guild from useless drama. I did it for you, okay? I didn't want to do it. I did it for you. For you. The officer chat lit up with rage. People saying it's wrong of him to remove the message and that he had become a censor and he was imposing his censorship on us all. This actually caused people to leave the guild, including a long-time high-ranking officer. She left a short message as well. But of course, Gregor deleted it. The guild responded with just as much confusion, worry and anger than it did when Becca left. What the hell is going on? It was at this point that raid leader Deathstroke, another prominent and well-respected officer, posted some choice things about Gregor in officer chat, and he left as well. Within a few moments, most of the high leadership was gone. But this meant there was nothing to keep Gregor in check. There were a total of 3 officers left, myself including. And madness descended upon the guild. The very next day, Gregor started posting screenshots of messages between him and Deathstroke. It was a heated conversation that included Deathstroke saying things about wanting to sabotage the guild and how he never trusted any of the other officers and how this guild was going to be his. And we were all shocked. We're shocked. Deathstroke, the raid leader, sabotaging the guild, trying to usurp leadership from Gregor all this time. Gregor concluded with, see, look at what toxicity has done. These are the kind of people that want to ruin a guild. Stand with me and we can get through this and keep our message going. Stand with me through all of this and we will come out in the light. Now, there was only one problem. I used Photoshop too. And there was clear evidence that Gregor had manipulated the messages between him and Deathstroke. Particularly the ones where it seemed like he was not trusting the officer team. And that Deathstroke was out to sabotage the guild. At this point, I was done. F this. F you. Gregor had lied to us all. Deathstroke was our friend. Sure, we weren't raiders, but he gave it a go. He took us there. And this is what's happening now? It was time to act. Now, this is a question I put to you, chat. What do we do? What do we do? We've got a man. A leader. A cult-type leader. We riot? Freedom? Leave? Destroy the guild? Wrong, idiots. It's time to construct an entire website with evidence. And then to send that website to me. As if this is a logical plan of action. But, you know, sure. Okay, so the website I have here, I beg your pardon. Now, I have to be a little careful here to cut out the names, but to give you an idea of how serious... This is actually a really well-prepared website that was made in May. So it has not been made for our purposes by any means. And I will give you an idea of how this looks. I'm going to show you a picture of it, but obviously I can't show you the website because it does contain their Discord names. So it kind of looks... it looks a bit like this. So this is like a section that I've cut out of one of the... This is Article 1. This is the evidence. Parties collected. The POV of the GM. Click the arrows. And then we have all the messages here. Then, what happens past that is pretty sick, actually. Is it then goes into detail like CS fucking I of where the manipulations have occurred. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I'll give you an example if I can. There we go. Oh, this, yeah, enhanced. I'll go through this in a second, but I want you to see, make sure there's no names on this. Good. We're awesome. Excellent. Okay, so you can see. Here we can see an added line. Note the inconsistent spacing between the above and below lines. Now, I want to be super clear on this for everybody watching. This is an entirely rational course of action that we're taking here. Entirely rational. There is nothing wrong about this. I can tell from the pixels, as you can see. The arty amongst you are like, I do see the problem. Okay, so let's go through the evidence that has been collected here to make sure we're all good. Article 1 of the evidence. The raw screenshots. These screenshots were collected by both parties, submitted willingly or posted publicly. This only contains the screenshots. No explanation is provided in this section. This is just the raw evidence we shall be working with. The first screenshot in each pair will contain the POV from the GM. The second screenshot will contain the POV from the other individual in the chat. A highlighted portion in the second screenshot serves to pinpoint the differences between the two. This is presented in gallery format, so click the arrows on the side to move things through the screenshots. So what we can see throughout this evidence as we move through Article 2, and then, of course, Article 3, and then concluding with Article 4, is that our GM decided to start swapping lines around. I'll give you an... to give you some interest as we move through the articles here of data. I would like to see this as standard going forward. Make sure there's no names. We're good. Excellent. Beautiful. As you can see, multiple inconsistencies. We can see these three added lines, like what is happening there, of course. The inconsistency between the spacing as well as the image artifacts around the text. The space between this mesh in the line below is much larger than the other lines. Clear signs of image manipulation. So... I think we can all agree something fishy is going on. You've been busted. Objection! Okay. Objection. My Discord works differently than yours. So there we go. Right. Okay, so... I made an entire website dedicated to all the evidence I had found. You see, I contacted Destro, my boy Destro, about what had happened, and he was pissed. He was the one who sent me the original screenshots. And now we just needed to spread them to the rest of the guild. So the website is created. Posting a bunch of single links to Discord was... Posting a single link to Discord was way easier than sending 20 pictures to everyone, as we all know. and explaining it to a bunch of times. I spent the evening getting it ready, prepared to put my plan into action. I started by sending the site to multiple popular members of the guild, weaving it, as well as the remaining officers. By the following evening, all the officers had left, leaving me as the sole member of leadership, other than Gregor. Those other members started to trickle out as well. The next morning, though, the plan must continue. The final phase of our strike team is about to go live. You see, Gregor lives on the west coast of the United States, while I and a majority of the active players all lived at the east coast. That gives us a 3-hour differential. I used this to my advantage, of course. Posted the link to every single one of the Discord channels at 8:30 a.m., knowing that Gregor wasn't awake yet. Who isn't awake by 8:30 a.m.?
Fuck,
if
not me. If I stay up late,
sure,
I'm going to sleep.
He's
I
not going
might
to get up
not
till
be up till like 11, 12. You know, what the fuck?
Are you considered, Bossy? This is a real story. This is very much a real story. Yes, it is. For weird stories, we do get some sort of verification. We do. Get out of bed! For real! Get out of bed! Come on now. It kicked off quite the shitstorm, with people leaving and causing a ruckus on the way out, and by 11 a.m. that day, 11 a.m. that day, I was removed from Discord. The message: starting drama. A few of my friends stuck around to see they could watch the clusterfuck unfold. People were angry at Glorious Leader. They were tagging Gregor in repost of the link and asking him, "The hell, dude?" He said he would address it in a guild meeting that night. A gathering of the pure. At 7:30 p.m. The gathering. He stood upon his rock and he announced, "I am to disband the guild. I'm going to transfer to another server and start spreading my message there." Why? Why is he doing that? Why? What's the reason that he's giving up, ladies and gentlemen, that he was giving out publicly? What is the reason? He's been found, proof of guilt? No, no, no! It's the big Lloyd tree who spots it. Everyone in this server is just too toxic. That's why. That's the reality. That's why, okay? It's nothing to do with there being an entire website being built to find out how much of a lying prick you are. It's because the server's toxic. Everyone asked about the guild
Honestly, though, that's right.
Since
The
they
server is
donated
toxic.
vast
If you built a
quantities of
website to
gold
like
that
target
guild bank.
one guy, like that's kind of.
He said he would give it all away on the new
Like,
server
As the one guy point of view, which would be me, like
in order to
I
spread
feel
the
for that, dude.
kindness that he once hoped would be happening here. What a guy. Anyone who would contest this decision could eat a ban, and he would kick anyone who protested from the guild and Discord. Gregor didn't actually disband the guild, though. He simply server transferred the entire guild along with the gold, the raid consumables, mounts, pets, and more, and just disappeared. So that, preacher in chat, is how I burned down the most active US WoW guild in less than 12 hours. Gregor sometimes tries to come back to our server to start a new guild there to spread his good word, but we quickly find him and tell him to fuck off. Even members of the server who were never in the guild, but had heard about what happened, know to watch out for him. I hope you enjoyed this little story, and have a wonderful day. Well, there you go, guys. You better watch out for these guys spreading the good word, because they're coming for you, and they're coming for your gold. That is what they're doing. Right. Okay. Now, I need your thinking caps on, team. We have a lady in distress. Everybody, white helmets on. Prepare yourselves. I need you all. I need you all in full white knight mode, my ladies. Tip of the caps to you all. That's what we need in our life right now. Alright, we didn't really get Becca or Deathstroke to do anything. So, let's swap out Gregor. Because being mentioned like 4 times isn't really ideal. Okay. Alright, we need a guild name for you guys there, so we'll get Banjo. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we need a guild name. We need a guild name to go along with this. The Amazon team. Well spotted. Right, it could be edgy, it could be whatever you want. Come on, keyboard, do your job. Okay. Edgelord's Delight, Banjo and Kazooie, Kittens and Fireballs. I like that. I like that, actually. Usually it's something about jizz that the chat comes up with, but I like that. Nothing involving jizz or anything along those lines. Excellent. Okay. So, the guild identity crisis. She needs our advice. So be prepared to pass judgment upon this, okay? Let's see. The story. So, my guild, Kittens and Fireballs, is having an identity crisis. Don't vote guilty yet. Jesus Christ. Last tier, don't laugh. Last tier, we did quite well. We got 5 out of 8 heroic, which is fine, alright? It doesn't sound like much. You bastards. You bastards. It doesn't sound like much, but given the quality of our realm, it actually puts us in the top 2 to 3 dozen Horde guilds. Right? The raid team is kind of solid. People float in and out. Most raiders something to do with all the other stuff that they play the game for, and there isn't a huge amount of commitment. However, enter Banjo and Destro. They go way back. They like to reminisce about how things were when they used to be elitist raiders. Self-described. They seem to yearn for it. They would tell stories of the times that they were top of the damage meters. Knew all the strats. Were in the raids day one. Big stuff. Big stuff. You remember, back in the day. But they're past that now, and they like to remind us regularly that they are happy with what they described us as. And if this isn't a compliment, they're happy with the little happy casual guild that they've created for themselves. Don't you feel good to be a member of Kittens and Fireballs? Like little pets. Aw, it's not patronizing at all. I like it. You're like little pets. How cute. Oh, wonderful. They're just gonna... They're happy with slowly progressing through normal mode. Until now, though. Things are about to fucking change. They have tasted what they described as the glory of heroic Eternal Palace. What's Boss 6 in Eternal Palace? Queen's Court? I think. Right? Orgazoa? Maybe? Yeah, Queen's Court. They now knew that this guild, in their own words, could really be something. Throughout the tier, you could hear it beginning. The way they started to talk about each pull. The need for everyone to start doing homework. To do more homework. They started adding expectations. These two people, little by little, started to transform. Inside them, a seed of elitism had been planted into their bellies. And now it was coming. It's all written quite epic, this. Hungrier and darker. 8.3 draws near. Banjo, the GM, announces a plan. He's had a plan. He has been speaking at length with Deathstroke. They have decided, on the guild's behalf, that it's now time to make the switch. The guild is going to become, and this was written to us in capital letters, hardcore! Now is the time! They have decided that this is how they're going to do it. What they're not going to do is kick anybody out for being too casual. You're safe. They're not going to talk to people about picking up their game for not being hardcore enough. Instead, they describe to us the plan. They have decided that without any warning, add a ton of expectations upon everybody who likes to join the raid. So, by this system, the people who turn out to be in fact too casual will just leave on their own. They will start kicking any characters who have been inactive for longer than a week. They're going to cut down the amount of space and time given to more social aspects of the guild that don't relate directly to raiding. That way, they reasoned and explained to us, via this process through Nyalotha, by the time they get to Shadowlands, it's not a stupid plan, right? It's got a future. Pay attention. It's all about steady steps, yeah? So by the time they get to the Shadowlands, their raid team will be looking, as they described it, trim, sleek, and full of only the best. It will take one raid tier to turn this 5 out of 8 heroic guild into a world #1 contender. I personally am going to be casting these in Shadowlands. Guaranteed at this point with this plan. Guaranteed. I should also introduce Becca. It just says that as the line. We get to our first raid night for Nyalotha. Okay, here we go. People are entering the raid. Understandable. Excited. Brand new content. They have exactly the same devil may care attitude that they have every raid. People are rocking up to Nyalotha in their 430-ish and in some cases low 420 gear. Here to have a good old time. Have some fun. We start assembling in Rathion's boss room. We're chit-chatting, goofing off. People have started to whip out all the toys. When suddenly... Disgusting. 420 gear. I spit on you. I spit on you. People have started to whip out the toys. When Deathstroke gets on comms. And the first thing, what does he say? It's a brand new raid, ladies and gentlemen. Your team is excited. They've been looking forward to this for a while. They're all stood inside of Rathion's boss room. They're literally floating in a temporal weirdness of nightmares and mystery. This is how we're starting the tier. Clear comms. Oh, I didn't know what the clear comms means was. Gotta thank you to, I believe it was Mr. Rich Campbell who introduced me to that video. Beautiful work, Tips. Beautiful work. Okay. The first comment from our leadership in this brand new tier is that he has no time for anyone else's shit right now. We have jobs to do. So do yours and I'll do mine. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm ready for a good old time. I'm ready for a great old time. This is going to be an awesome raid. Absolute dead silence on comms. And then he says, if I see one single toy in this raid, I am going to absolutely fucking lose it. It is at this moment that one of the massive chair toys spawn in the middle of the boss room. Hello. Well played, that man. Well played, that man. Yes! This is the kind of raiders I want to be with. Nobody fesses up as to who it was. I don't know, man. I don't know. No one fesses it up. It's just sitting there, huge, unwieldy, and totally undercutting everything. Deathstroke is saying from that point
didn't want to fucking talk to me or something. I got him added.
Our good GM, Mr. Banjo, says we are here to kill bosses, not to chit chat.
But the guy is really open to like fucking talk shit. Or be like
imagine,
Mr. Sergeant.
Imagine having fun while raiding. Imagine what a world that would be. please just leave. Does this like sound similar for any of you guys? If it does, just leave. It doesn't have to be that way. You know, a lot of us don't raid that way at all. That's not what
server
raiding is.
swap.
I'm just letting you know. Just gotta put it out there for you. It's not like that.
No
Not
free
like that.
server transfer anymore.
Okay.
The option is there, but no server
He's not wrong
option
though.
to pick.
We are there to kill bosses.
Rip. I'm home,
Normal
ready
mode,
to queue
week
when
one.
you are, sipping on some coffee.
And it's not to be.
Was really
Don't
hoping
laugh.
we could queue together
3 hours
today.
we
I
wiped
was
up
gonna
coffee on
server
normal.
swap too. Stupid Blizzard. I think I'm gonna actually like that. I know you wanted to queue, but like I feel like I'm gonna call it here. It's been 3 hours here.
I don't know how. 3 hours.
I might like park my
We
guy
had
right there
varying
and that's
success,
it.
but we
My
decided to
gal,
call it
I
a
guess
night
she's
as the mood was definitely
a
down.
lady Torin.
But not before, of course, Banjo giving us our homework. He says we're going to add some rules. You will not be allowed in the raid unless you have at least 440 item level. You have all of your essences. You've done all of the research on the bosses. Immediately someone points out that the raid only drops 445 gear. So no one would even get any upgrades if we did that. To which he responds in the most raid leadery way
So
you
you can't
possibly
get into
can.
wild growth basically.
We're not
is what
here
you're
to get
saying?
upgrades. We're here to progress. Think about it. Yeah? Think about where your guild might be failing. True. True. We got some trues in the chat. True. So true. It is 8:30 p.m. the next Friday night. We're going back in. The raid is down to about 50% as many people as the last time we raided. 50% is just gone.
Oh, you gotta pay for it.
Somehow.
What's it like, $15?
They were quite open about why they weren't coming anymore. They would straight up say we just can't be asked. Fair enough. However, some have really pulled through. Perhaps the plan is going to work. One new member managed to pull herself from 422 to 448 in under a
25?
week.
You got a PayPal?
And ladies and gentlemen, we've just killed Rathion Normal. Yes! We're starting to finally feel good. We are in the door.
What can I do here? I've already done Nomria. It's only
Maybe we
PFP.
just had a disastrous first
Yeah,
attempt at
okay.
Nihilotha last week. Maybe it was also new when we were carrying dead weight. People were starting to feel good. Maybe Deathstroke and Banjo were correct. Maybe we can become hardcore. Suddenly, Banjo pipes up, just as we're about to kill the two big mobs outside of Mort's room. I have decided that anyone who is deemed a casual raider is no longer allowed to get loot. Instead, we will use a new master looter system to funnel gear
Yeah,
to
those
people who are
guilds just
considered
not
committed
fucking play all
members
the
of
time,
the raid
but
team.
They were going to
Those
go
who are
Thursday. I
deemed
was like,
casual
look, I'm fucking
include
outta here for,
people
like,
who
not
take
doing
any
Tuesday
time
anymore.
from
Just
raiding
like, I
without
can just
giving
find
him
another guild. Like,
personally
I'm up there on
considerable
fucking
forewarning.
logs.
They also include
So we're doing
people who
Tuesday
we
again.
grab as pugs
So I'll be
for our
raiding
raids,
tomorrow.
which we do if we're down a healer, or members of the DPS haven't been gearing up fast enough outside of raid.
I mean, it's not just me. Other people just don't want to do
Now.
Thursday.
Somebody didn't get an item off Rathion that somebody else did. And now somebody
We have one
is
more.
pissed. That Rathion normal loot though. That's the shit right there. I mean, it scratches that itch. I like it. Now, we did have some guys in the guild who like a bit of banter. One of such people pipes up, why would anyone ever pug with us if they can't possibly get any loot? It's a good question. But Banjo has the answers. That's why he's in charge. He doesn't care. Problem solved. For too long, he declares, for too long, this has been a guild for
Let's see
casuals.
your thing. And let me see
And I
my
swear to you,
shit.
this is
So,
what he said verbatim.
would it be the same email that you're
It
giving
is
me
time
for PayPal?
for the kittens and fireballs to step into the sunlight of the hardcore world of mythic raiding. Again, one of our bancers points out maybe he's being a bit unrealistic. He then reminds
Do I gotta get the
Benjo
full
that
25,
we got
or can I
stuck on
send you
Wrathion
20 and
normal
you'll
for
be
3
good?
hours.
What's your bank account looking like, David?
Just putting it out
Or
there.
do I gotta do the full thing?
That,
I
you
just
know,
then
maybe
I'll realize
it's a
how
little
much
too high,
Canadian dollars do I
because
gotta transmit to
we couldn't
Mexican.
kill Wrathion normal.
Or wait. I'm being
Now,
racist here.
ask
Your
yourselves.
name is
No,
David
no.
Garcia,
Before
and I
you're taking the
assume you
piss,
live in
you guys are all
Mexico,
gonna
but
sit here
you're
and take the
United
piss.
States, yeah?
Put yourself in the mind of Benjo. Reach that serene point. You've watched a Fat Boss video.
Canadian
You know what needs to happen.
US.
You've taken steps. You've now got people who
You're
have
in
put themselves
United
here.
States, yeah?
Why didn't they kill Wrathion normal last week?
0.7. Wait, you're worth less than
Why?
Canadian dollars are worth more?
Why didn't they? Let me tell you why. It's because you
Let's
had a
say I
bad
needed
mental
25 US dollars. Wait, that's 34 Canadian.
Got a
Wait,
bad mental
Canadian is
There's
worth
nothing
less.
more.
Wait, okay. Wow.
You didn't kill
That's a lot.
Wrathion because your brain wouldn't
Actually,
let you kill
no,
Wrathion.
I'm not doing that.
Understand?
I could chip in if you had some,
Glad
but
we're all in
like,
the same
goddamn,
place.
we're going off like a
Under
welfare
his
check
new
here.
policies, he's going to make sure that people are
Fair
actually committed
assumption.
to raiding properly.
Yeah, that's like 30 bucks
and
here.
not letting down
and
the
like,
rest of the guild. Somebody else has.
I get like
asks,
350.
hey, how do you
for-
plan to
like, I
do
just got
this?
that on the
Given the
yesterday.
fact that
so it's
master
like, I
looting hasn't
can't-
worked
I
in
can't
WoW for
afford it.
almost 2 years now,
I gotta buy myself some
And he
beers.
says he
How am I?
doesn't care.
That's like
the big guilds do
it
it.
costs like
so he'll find a way.
$2.25 a
All
beer.
right, now we're
for
getting
like
somewhere
30 or
because
some
he's
shit
seen
that I would've
it. Big
given you,
guilds
like,
do it.
that's like
He could do it. So now we're gonna master loot. No problem.
17, 18, 19, 20
As this is all
beers,
happening,
something like that.
As this
21.
is all happening, we've wiped to the trash at Mort.
I'm a mathematician when it comes to like what beer I could get.
Becca has had enough. She's had enough. She calls him rude. She calls him selfish. And she
Well, wait, you
reminds
don't
him
play on
this isn't even
SoD?
her main guild.
I could just boost
There's
your
another
shit
guild
if
that
you
she
made
rates
one
with.
on Wall
She
Grip.
was
I
just here
already
to
play
help
like
out
a
her
Shaman
friends.
Tank. I could just
As
once
a
you're level
favor.
8, I can
And
boost you
she's
through
not even allowed to
RFC
get a
and
few
Wailing
crappy
Caverns and all
normal
that
items,
shit, dude.
irrespective of whether or not she wants it. And she wants nothing to do with this bullshit.
That would be my beer money, yeah.
She says,
Like, no, if
How
I
can
had
you
my
decide?
COVID money, like I was
Just to be
talking
clear,
to you
let's
the
get
other
some
day,
rules
like
on
maybe
this,
I
right?
could
How do you
definitely afford to
decide
do that, or if like
what is
people
and
don't,
is
I'm
not
not
considered
like
committed enough to the
I
guild?
don't give a shit. Like I don't ask people to donate money to me, but if like I had like donation, like stream
again,
money
put
or
yourself in
whatever,
the
like maybe
headspace.
I could use that towards like gifting a
do you
friend
think
like
is wise?
games and shit. Like I just can't do that. Like I'm too poor. Like
Let me ask
I got
you
welfare
this.
on the 28th of each month.
Becca.
I use like 180 of that for 2
How do you
vehicles,
think
and
I
then
feel?
like there's 100 and like okay, so that's like
How do you think I feel?
170
I help
divided
people
from
get gear.
360
You
what
know?
I get. It's like
Where's my time for fun?
$210 that I can use towards myself.
Where's
and
my
I can
time
use
to
the
enjoy
rest
the game?
For like,
Where is the getting gear?
for
me?
insurance, money
Where's that?
insurance.
Where's the progression for me? Where's the time for me?
I make more
Okay.
than enough to pay for that.
He's a victim.
Just
didn't
more
get
of a
any
principle
Raphael
thing.
novel.
Don't
He
want to
built
fork
this,
that
right?
money to Blizzard.
Killed
I'd rather
Raphael
transfer than making it.
Put it together.
Yeah, but I could just boost your
50%
character and it
of
would
the
be no
losses.
big deal because I don't even have a
We did
job,
get any
so
items.
like I'm not losing company
Most
time
of
or
us just
shit
sat in
boosting
silence.
you.
Wondering, the fuck is going on?
I could like boost you and then like
Becca though
charge
didn't
other
give a
people
shit.
for
As
a
she
boost
said, it's
as
not
well
even
and
her
make
guild.
money
So she
out of
started
it.
ripping into him about how hostile this guild was. How Deathstroke had started both raids as
You're
preemptively
someone
yelling
I
at people
actually
over
see myself
Discord
playing
while
with
they're waiting for it to start.
As for a while
About
goes,
screaming now when
that
people
list.
make mechanical errors.
I can't
As soon
on one
as the
hand,
GM goes to say
so a
something,
server
he is cut off by
transfer is
Deathstroke.
fine as long as
he says
actually
probably
goes
the
where
best
I
thing
play
a
it
person
with
can
someone.
say to a
Yeah.
woman who is already
Man,
being
this is like my
dismissed by
main game
people
I stream.
while
I
voicing
play
what I
other
think are
games
perfectly
like
valid
on the side, but, like,
concerns.
I'm always
Girls, are
playing
you
this
ready?
shit.
Look, I know. Look,
SoD, wow.
sometimes, guys, come on. Sometimes the ladies get a little rowdy and start mouthing off, right? And I think we can all agree that this is the best way of dealing with a situation like that. You know, when this is going on.
But yeah, I think I was gonna call it a day here. 124 gold. Like,
You're getting a
I can
bit
do one
heated
more
there.
run and then I'm like at
Why don't
130
you just
gold.
take a
I
minute
said I wanted to get
and calm down,
120,
alright?
130 gold. I could probably do this
Happy
tomorrow
Valentine's Day.
when I raid, but
Happy
like I have
Valentine's
more than enough gold to buy all the shit.
Oh
that
yeah,
I need,
it's
like
nice, man. That's
the
gonna sort
dragon
it all out,
chili
you know.
and,
Sweet mother of God.
the winter
Oh
or
shit.
fire water, winter spring
That's
fire
it.
water. I believe
Oh
that's what
my
it's called.
God, we are going to red.
From like
100%.
look
We're
at
at red
this
alert.
zone over here.
We are
like,
at red
yeah,
alert, ladies and gentlemen.
This is where you
This
farm
is
that
all
shit from
going badly
Furbulbs,
for everyone
like, all
involved.
along here, over
We've
here.
really poured some fuel on
Get
this
the
fire.
winter fire, spring water, whatever. Or it's the other way. Spring water, fire
Becca
water.
does take a moment. Becca does take a moment. She says, I'll be leaving now.
I'm too
And
late
if anybody
for
does
STV,
want to
that's,
keep
like,
raiding
done
on this
now.
server, just come and join my guild.
I was mainly just
and I'll
like
take you
farming
through
gold
any
here.
raids you want going.
But yeah, if I did
Left
like
the
a
Discord
good
server.
amount of like every hour,
The raid struggled on
like,
with
it's
just
at least
13
1k
people.
to 1.5k
10 minutes later, we only had
in
10
terms
people.
of lumber that I could turn in. So it's like that was
Just 1 week ago, our
my
raid was
defiler
bustling.
shit.
We had
I'll
a
be good
complete
for
full raid.
phase 4. I want to get
Conversation went on for
exalted
a
on
while
both
after
of these.
that,
I'm
with
just doing
people
this
chatting
every
in
single
various
day for the
configurations.
1k honor thing.
At one
I don't
point,
even do
I
Warsong
remember
Ghosts
Banjo
anymore.
saying,
That shit sucks ass.
unprompted,
But by the 8th of
who
next
does
month,
Becca think
I should
she
have
is?
exalted.
You know, guys, who does she think she is? I have been raiding with Deathstroke for 11 years. 11 years. This gets really fucking strange. For 11 years, I know, just based on the time that
Yeah,
Deathstroke logs
we're gonna
in,
call the stream
what kind
here.
of mood he's in.
I know we're listening
do.
to this.
Does Becca
I'm half
know
listening
what
to
kind
the-
of mood he's in?
Actually, that's almost done. I'll let it finish. That's like 6 more
course not.
minutes. If you guys were listening
I
to
know
this,
what kind of
I've
mood
been
he's
half
in.
listening to it.
I've known him for 11 years.
But yeah,
And then the
might
statement
be
stops.
playing on play some Walking Dead chapter
Honestly,
season
it was all a
2
bit tragic.
on Twitch.
Now,
Like
chat,
not on here, but on Twitch. I like to do that.
I
on
have
my
a question for
channel
your
there.
audience. On the one hand,
I'll leave
I
it
want to leave
to
this
closing
guild.
screen.
She's
and let
still
this,
in the guild.
story
She's
finish.
still there. Right
Yeah,
now.
I'm
She's
calling
still
it
there.
in Stream. That's been
I
3.5
want to
hours.
bail. The passive aggressiveness that is currently hanging in the air is palpable. Let's cancel red alert for now. The passive aggressiveness that is currently hanging in the air is palpable. And one guy just started posting pictures of his fishing trip in the guild Discord, unprompted. So there's that. There's an uneasy tension. There's a guy posting fishing trip pictures. So there's that happening. But, on the other hand, I kind of can't be arsed finding another guild. Finding a new guild sounds like it would be a pretty shit than just sticking with this one. I don't know what I'll do, but I thought I should share. It was all a bit much, and a little bit funny in retrospect. Who knows? Maybe if I stick around, this guild will end up getting a Mythic N'Zoth kill. No. No, it won't. Ever. It's never going to happen. There's not even like a remote chance of that happening. Look, I'm just going to put it this way. Alright? So it doesn't come across as turbo elitist. There is 0 guilds right now that have wiped on Wrathion normal for 3 hours who are going to kill Mythic N'Zoth. Alright? That's just too long of a road to travel. It really is. Maybe in 7 to 9 years they'll do it, but it's unlikely, okay? In Shadowlands, yeah, maybe in Shadowlands, but I'm just being honest with you. If that's something you want to happen, I encourage it. It's not going to happen with these guys. And then it ends with, Lord knows, Preacher will probably have 12 months or so to try. Yeah, still not going to happen. I could give that guild like 3 years. If in current content, not going to happen. It is not going to happen at all. But you have a good go and see how it ends up. That should be fun to do. So our final question of the show today then is, should this person leave? Yeah. Get out. Why are you still there? You know when you should have left? Let me put it down to you when you should have left. It was when they said and decided for you that the guild is going to become hardcore. That was when you should have left, because it's not a hardcore guild. You can't just say, look, there's some terrible players here. Let's pick randomly a terrible player. Zarathos, right? Awful player. One of the worst I've ever been with. Wonderful member of the community, but just awful. Oh, really bad. Anyway, I just can't turn to Zara and say to him, I need you to be a good player now. It's never going to happen, right? His mouse is upside down. It's only got 2 buttons. It's just sad, honestly. It's just sad. You just can't make that happen, you know? Just get better, right? You can't do that. Just get better. It doesn't work. Really awful, that guy. Yeah, most of the chat knows about Zarathos. It's just not going to happen. It just happens. Someone clip this, I beg. But I'm sure the audience has let their decision be known. Ladies and gentlemen, PreachCon is happening. PreachCon 2020, 30th July. You can see it down below. I will announce the tickets soon, and we'll have a website